Good afternoon and welcome to the Crawdads Streaming Network for today's pregame show. I'm Charlie Limoncelli. Along my side, making his broadcasting debut, the one, the only, Alex Martinez, one of our videographers here for the Crawdads. Alex, welcome in, my friend. It's been a long time coming, but here we are. Let's start briefly with what happened last time. We've got the Crawdads and the Seagulls on tap today. They played on Sunday, and it was pretty much Crawdad domination. 9-4 victory. The pitching was fantastic. The bats got it done. What stood out the most to you in that game?
I mean, it's got to be that second inning. 6 runs in the second inning, an extra base hit. I think it was a combined 5 RBIs from Aldridge and Ellis in that inning. And honestly, I think that is the reason why the Crawdads won that game.
Absolutely. They jumped out to that early lead. And today's pregame show brought to you by Up the Creek Records, Walnut Creek's premier destination for vinyls and live music, and an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Let's check out what's been happening up the creek. And man, those plays, especially you go to Riley Winchell as well in that second inning. He hit that 2-run double that plated a couple, and then they loaded up the bases. Aldridge knocked them all in on that double. So let's get into it, folks. You can have a look at our fantastic highlights as cut by the man right next to me, Alex Martinez. We'll take a quick break here, but you guys will get to enjoy these. Scott looking for a put away on 1-2. He gets it. Change up outside. Strike 3 swinging. 1-2-3 for Dylan Scott. 13 walks this season at Laney College. As his 1-1 ripped on a line into shallow right field. Easy base hit for Dylan Pettis to lead things off. Now the 0-1 to the Livermore native. Garrison delivers. Served into shallow left. Easy base hit for Winchell. Pettis will come home to score. They give the wave to Kevin Parker Jr. He's got too much speed. And with it, Winchell able to go to second base. The 1-0. Aldridge ripped into deep right field, going back Waldvogel to the track, and it lands. Extra base hit for Shane Aldridge. The bases are going to clear. In comes Woodson as the last run. There's a 3-run double from Shane Aldridge. The Crawdads lead 5-1. First offering to Winchell, hit in the air, deep into left. Gilbraith, track to the wall, out of here. The first of the year belongs to Riley Winchell. 7-1 lead for the Crawdads in the bottom of the third.
That's the first home run of the year.
Crawdad legend Noah Zirkle after 2 strong innings yesterday in the box. Ellis, a fly ball with the bases loaded to deep right center field. Jerron going back, shy of the wall, he makes the catch. All 3 runners tag, scoring is Bull, and it's 9-4, and Ellis missed that one by a matter of 2 feet.
First offering to Ultreras. Hit on the ground too short. Rolls, flips to second for 1. TJ Woodson's throw to first in time. 6-4-3 to end the inning. Pitcher's best friend and Michael Olson looking fantastic right now. The 1-0 home. Swanson cracks one into center field. Under it is Pettis, and that will do it here on this Sunday afternoon in June. The Crawdads pick up their second win in conference play, their second in a row. Welcome back to the Crawdads pregame show, brought to you by Up the Creek Records, Walnut Creek's premier destination for vinyls and live music, and an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Alex, yesterday, I think the biggest play of the game, you could argue, was Riley Winchell's home run, the first one of the season for Walnut Creek. In your eyes, you got a better angle of it down in the dugout than we did. What was the energy in there when you were there?
Yeah, I mean, it was an absolute missile, like you said. And, I mean, you could feel it, that the bench felt it, It was the first one. They've been wanting someone to hit it out, And it was Winchell, but I know a lot of the guys down there were just waiting. It was bound to happen.
Absolutely. It finally did on Sunday afternoon for Riley Winchell, the first of the year for the Crawdads. I think maybe even more notably, Alex, is just how amazing the pitching staff was for Walnut Creek. 1 run allowed, just 1 walk issued, 4 runs came across for the San Francisco Seagulls on Sunday. The pitching staff has really held it down since really opening day when they allowed 16 runs to Berkovich Honors. For you, How do you see the guys rallying in the dugout behind their pitchers?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell there's some energy in there, and I mean, you give up 1 run early, but I think, like you said, the pitching was great. But that 6-run inning in the second inning, the pitchers can also go out there, and they're feeling great when they go out there. I mean, Michael Olson came out there, 2 innings pitched, and it was like flawless. He didn't give up a hit. It was just that one hit or one walk.
Right.
He had 3 strikeouts. It was just phenomenal.
Absolutely. The entire staff as well. Carlos Hernandez, 2 innings, 2 hits, a pair of runs that came across, a pair of strikeouts as well. Then Thornbury closed it out, and he looked electric. The 3 batters faced, retired them all on soft contact. No hits, no strikeouts, no walks. It was just a very well put together bullpen day for the Crawdads on Sunday afternoon. So, folks, we're going to take a quick break here on the Crawdad Streaming Network. On the other side, we'll have keys to the game. We'll preview today's matchup between the Seagulls and the Crawdads right after this. Welcome back to the Crawdads pregame show, brought to you by Up the Creek Records, Walnut Creek's premier destination for vinyls and live music, and an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Charlie Limoncelli alongside Alex Martinez. Alex, let's get right into our keys of the game here today. Number one for the Crawdads, the pitching staff has to eat innings and do so effectively. We saw it yesterday. They only allowed 4 runs. The starter Dylan Scott went 4 innings, then Hernandez went 2, Olson went 2, and Thornbury closed it out with just 1. When the staff's able to do that, it makes the game so much more simple. The hitters don't have to work quite as hard like we've seen in previous games. So hopefully, for the Crawdads at least, that they'll be able to follow that model. The next key to the game, it's got to put the ball in play. Good things happen when you hit the ball and you hit the ball hard, and that's such a strength of this Crawdads lineup. I mean, just purely from that standpoint, in terms of hard hitters, Alex, who stands out the most to you?
I mean, I think the one that stands out the most is Braden Bull. And today we were watching him take BP, and he
Oh
was
my
hitting the
God.
ball very hard. I
Yeah.
mean, he hit one to dead center on a line, and it flew out
Yeah, it
real
flew.
fast. And like you said, hit the ball hard. Last game against the Seagulls had 3 errors as well. If you hit the ball, you put the ball in play, good things will happen.
Absolutely. So the Crawdads going to try to do some more of that today. Their third key to the game, forget yesterday's score, or forget Sunday's score, I should say. It doesn't matter. Anything can happen in the CCL on any given day, and this is a Seagulls squad that, sure, you beat them by 5 runs, but that's probably not going to happen again, especially with today's starter for the Seagulls, Finn Whalen, who is their ace. So much better than the pitching that the Crawdads faced on Sunday. Got to forget the score and just work, pedal to the floor. Can't allow the Seagulls any wiggle room because this is a scrappy team. The fourth key to the game, allow fewer than 4 runs. That's been kind of the sweet spot in each of the wins for Walnut Creek. They allowed just 2 to the Red Tails, won that game. Allowed 6 to the Stompers, lost that game. Then allowed 3 against the Alameda Merchants on Saturday, were able to win that game. Then 4 to the Seagulls on Sunday, able to win that game. So it seems like that 4 runs allowed is kind of the sweet spot here early in the season for the Crawdads.
Yeah, like you said, they're undefeated when they allow 4 runs or less. And as long as they do that, hopefully they'll be able to get the job done.
The final key to the game for the Crawdads is take the first lead, something they have not been able to do since that first opening day game to Berkovich Honors, where they got out to that 6-run lead in the bottom of the first. Since then, Sonoma scored first on them, Alameda scored first on them, even San Francisco scored first on Sunday. Crawdads could definitely use a change of pace. They have been good at battling back because the leads haven't been giant for the first team who scores, but that's a trend in the CCL. We saw it last year. The Crawdads were not good when they trailed late. 2-15 their tally after trailing in the 7th inning or later. So that is your keys to the game here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for first pitch right after this. Welcome into the top of the first on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Today's first pitch time and temperature brought to you by Meadowlark Dairy, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Meadowlark Dairy, bringing Old Town vibes and family fun since 1919. It's supposed to be 77 degrees here today. Lots of sun, not a cloud in sight at Monte Vista High School. Moving on to our starting pitcher matchups today, brought to you by Danville Chocolates, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. And on the hill for Walnut Creek, it's Kalani Haregi, the right-hander, rising redshirt freshman of San Diego State University. Already on the season, 1 appearance, 2 1/3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 2 hits, no walks, 9 batters faced. Looking the Crawdads are to get some length out of Haregi today. Certainly showed his stuff in the first appearance against the California Red Tails in that 2 1/3 inning of relief. He was rather effective there. So let's take a look at the Crawdad defense. Catching for Haregi is Clisby behind the dish, then Bryden Bull at first, Peyton Rolls at second, Elijah Ramos at short, TJ Woodson in third, then left to right field, Ryan Ellis, Dylan Perez, and Shane Aldridge. Stout defense today for the Crawdads. They've got pretty much surplus of shortstops that they can play at any position in the infield. You look at Rolls, Ramos, and Woodson, all natural shortstops, playing around the diamond, then in the outfield. Yeah, Ellis playing left field for the second time this season. Just the second time in over 2 years now. But nonetheless, first pitch just moments away. Armando Hurtado, the left fielder for San Francisco, to lead off. Hurtado yesterday pinch hit and struck out. First offering to him, fouled back. Haregi goes to the heater there. Quickly 0-1 count. Hurtado from Coppin State, formerly a Shaftesbury College guy. Spent 2 seasons there. The 0-1 to him. Heater outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Alex, what impressed you in Haregi's first outing on Thursday against the Red Tails?
Yeah, I mean, he looked phenomenal. He went 4 innings, I believe. Or how much did he go? 2 1/3.
2 1/3 inning, correct.
And he looked phenomenal. Out of the pen, though, I believe. And so this will be his first start as a Crawdad.
That it is. His first start as a Crawdad. Missed outside on the last pitch. Now the 2-1 home. Yanked nearly in the dirt. 3 balls and 1 strike to Hurtado. And Hurtado, certainly a force through 4 games with the Seagulls. 2 hits, 1 run driven in, and a walk. The 3-1. Fastball fouled away, third base side, full count. Hurtado, the Riverside native, went to Ramona High School down there in SoCal. Playing his summer ball up here. Playing summer ball, actually, Hurtado is for the first time with the San Francisco Seagulls. A team that is 2-2 at the moment. The Crawdads 2-1 in conference play, the only record that really matters. The payoff from Haregi. Line foul left field side. We'll do it again. Kalani did not see any action at San Diego State as a true freshman. Committed there out of Eastlake High School. Now he's in the portal. The 3-2. Waved foul just off the end of the bat. Hurtado able to stay alive. You talk about a really nice breaking ball there on the full count pitch there, Alex. Hurtado well out in front.
Yeah, absolutely.
The 3-2 again. Breaking ball upstairs and inside. First walk that Haregi has issued in his Crawdad career. And a leadoff base runner for the Seagulls in the top of the first brings up Alan Ramirez, returning to San Francisco. Ramirez, a mainstay in the Seagull lineup last season. 32 games, 136 plate appearances, had 13 runs driven in. Haregi out of the stretch. First pitch, fastball inner third for a strike.
You're going to see him want to get first strike a lot. He was very efficient against Red Tails baseball, and so you're going to see him try to do the same thing.
In both at-bats, Haregi with some first pitch strikes. The 0-1, looping breaking ball misses.
He only had 36 pitches in that 2 1/3 outing last time.
I mean, you talk about efficiency, and that's it right there. Brief step off for the right-hander from East Lake High School. Hadegi from Chula Vista down near San Diego. The 1-1 to Ramirez. Swing and a miss. How about the breaking ball there?
It's phenomenal. It's a very good breaking ball.
When it locates, gets some misses. Ramirez, rising redshirt senior at San Jose State. Appeared in 31 games for them this spring. The 1-2 flared left center field. Coming on Perez. He makes the grab. And how about Dylan Perez? Naturally a left fielder, played there all spring for the Baylor Bears. Now his third straight start in center field. He's done a great job. Quickly, let's take a look at the the Seagulls lineup. Hurtado, Ramirez, Davis German, then Christian Lamoth in the cleanup spot, Cade Heflin, Blake Cohens, Emilio Feliciano, Ethan Lopez, and Jake Brewer. So here's German, right-handed hitting center fielder. First pitch to him, breaking ball outside. First time that Hadegi has delivered a first pitch ball in this appearance. Much to your point. We'll see how he recovers. The 1-0. German hits one high in the air to right field. Aldridge tracking back, turns and puts it away. So now 2 straight flyouts for Kalani Hadegi after the leadoff walk to Hurtado.
Number 40, Christian Lamont.
It's cleaning up rather well after the leadoff base runner.
Yes, absolutely he is.
So now the left-hander Lamoth steps in, the first lefty that Hadegi will face today, and Lamoth hit a blast to right field in the Sunday game, a solo shot to give the Seagulls their 4th run of the day. First offering, fastball at the knees, strike 1.
Another first pitch strike for him. And like we were talking about efficiency, he's been efficient in the second and third batter after walking the first one.
Absolutely. 0-1 count to Lamoth. Off-speed misses low. The changeup just fell too far down. Now 1-1, Lamoth, St. Bonaventure guy. Played in 46 games there this spring, started 43 of them as a true freshman. The 1-1. Fouled away, outside fastball, but got a bite. Now Lamoth in a 1-2 hole, and Kalani Hadegi in his first start as a Crawdad, trying to get through this first inning with no damage. 1-2 count to the first baseman, position you're familiar with playing, Amart. Runner goes, swing and a miss. How about the inside changeup? And Kalani Hadegi, his first strikeout of the day, will head to the bottom of the first. Crawdads with a chance to put the first runs on the board right after this on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Back for the bottom of the first, the Crawdads up to bat. And let's take a look at the Walnut Creek Crawdads lineup today. Shane Aldridge in right field leading off. Peyton Rolls, the second baseman, hitting second. Ryan Ellis in left field batting third. Then Elijah Ramos, the shortstop, hitting cleanup. Dylan Perez, the center fielder, hitting in the 5-hole. Then Bryden Bull, the first baseman, behind him. Brandon Clisby catching and hitting 7th. Sutter Moss, the designated hitter, hitting in the 8th spot. And TJ Woodson to round out the lineup and playing third base. Very potent Walnut Creek Crawdads order we've already seen. 8 out of 9 of these guys have fantastic first 5 games.
Absolutely.
We'll take a quick look at our starting pitcher matchup today, brought to you by Danville Chocolates, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. And this time, the Crawdads have their work cut out for them. Finn Whalen, rising redshirt sophomore at Skyline College, won Pitcher of the Week here in the CCL for Week 1. Went 5 2/3 innings against the Alameda Merchants, earned the win. First offering to Aldridge, fastball outside. Whalen in that appearance, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 earned runs on 2 hits. 3.18 ERA as the righty kicks and fires. Aldridge fouls it away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Whalen initially went to Sonoma State out of high school, but redshirted the 2025 season. That was the last season of the program, so he had to transfer. The 1-1 grounded back to Whalen, mishandled. Aldridge going to try and leg it out. He will. I'll call it probably 2 errors on that one. Whalen couldn't get it, then the shortstop Feliciano had a problem with it.
Batting first, second baseman.
So either way, an E6 gets the first base runner of the day on board for Walnut Creek.
Yeah, we talked about it in the pregame show. Put the ball in play and good things happen, and that's a prime example.
Absolutely.
Right
Shout out the reference to the keys of the game there. 1 man on for Peyton Rolls, the second baseman, a guy who already has 6 runs driven in 5 games for the Crawdads. First offering hit the other way, deep right field. Going back, Heflin to the track, off of his glove. They're going to rule that extra base hit for Rolls. Aldridge stops at third. And just like that, 2 runners in scoring position for Ryan Ellis and the Crawdads.
Yeah, odds are if the wind isn't blowing in like it is right now, and it really just started the wind to kick up a little bit, that ball probably goes.
Should have been an Oppo Taco. Instead, Rolls will settle for the double. He hit a home run to the pull side in batting practice earlier today. So maybe some extra juice for Rolls later on today. Nonetheless, Ryan Ellis, one of the most decorated Crawdads of all time, with a chance to knock in 2 more runs. Whalen kicks and delivers. Fastball out and away. 1-0 to Ellis, who this year 5 games, already 3 runs driven in on 5 hits, 2 of them doubles, 4 walks and a K for Ryan Ellis. Here's the 1-0 from Whalen. Same pitch, same spot, 2-0. So Ryan Ellis, with 2 RBIs, has a chance to pass Joey Donnelly for second all-time in Crawdad history in runs driven in. The 2-0. Fastball low and away, 3 balls and no strikes.
It looks like they might be pitching around him a little bit.
Yeah, they're kind of afraid of this guy. He was a Seagull killer last year. Whalen kicks and delivers the 3-0 to Ellis. Ball 4 inside. Didn't even make it close. Bases juiced, no one down in the bottom of the first inning, and Elijah Ramos is up. So quick look at the Seagulls defense here today. Cohen's behind the dish, then Christian Lamoth at first. Alan Ramirez at second. Emilio Feliciano at short. Jake Brewer playing third. Then it's Hurtado, Germun, and Heflin left to right field. Ramos, a guy who hit cleanup all season long at Cal State East Bay. Opportunity for him with the bases juice, takes off speed upstairs.
It's now 5 straight balls. So maybe there's a red light on there, but it is Elijah Ramos. Could be a green light. Who knows?
Yeah, had a 2 RBI double against the Sonoma Stompers for the Crawdads. Brought the game within 2. The 1-0 hit on the ground to third. Brewer has trouble with it. Feliciano can't quite pick it up either. Aldridge scores, and they're going to rule that an E5. 1 run comes across, though. Elijah Ramos credit with the RBI. 1-0 lead for the Crawdads. And now Dylan Pettis, a guy who hits the ball really hard up to bat.
Once again, I keep saying it's like I'm a broken record, but put the ball in play, good things happen.
And the Crawdads jumped out to that early lead, which was also in our keys to the game.
Look at that.
So far, a positive first inning. Bases still loaded, no one out for the Crawdads. First offering to Pettis. Ripped on a line through the right side of the infield. Gets between first and second. RBI single for Dylan Pettis. 2-0 lead for the Crawdads.
You said it. Pettis hits the ball really hard, and he did that right there. It was a phenomenal line drive to right field.
And already 6 batters in, now 5 technically, 6 at the plate. We're going to get a mound visit to Finn Whalen. Certainly some struggles for him after a really fantastic 2026 debut.
Yeah, 5 guys up, 5 guys on. That's, I mean, you can't really do it any better than that.
You could argue, though, his FIP definitely lower than his ERA at the moment. His fielding independent pitching, that's the stat for you folks. That's what we youngsters really like to use to evaluate pitchers. So those of us in the generations that are not Gen Z might be a little unfamiliar. So now walking up to the plate, bases loaded, is Bryden Bull, rising redshirt freshman at Ole Miss, and a guy that was hitting absolute tanks in batting practice earlier, Alex Martinez.
Absolutely. I mean, he hit one over center field, he hit one over right field, and he was telling us he likes hitting at oppo.
Yeah, he's an opposite field kind of guy. So the big lefty stands in. First offering to him. Off speed and low. Ball 1. Bull threw 4 games as a Crawdad. 308 hitter. A 641 on base plus slugging. 3 runs driven in on 4 hits. All of them singles. Has yet to hit an extra baser. The 1-0 to him. Inside changeup, 2-0. And Waylon seems like he's just trying to pitch around, hit the corners, but this is a Crawdad lineup that they'll hold the bats and take walks all day long.
There's also really no weak point in this lineup.
No, there really isn't. Waylon turns and fires the 2-0. Bull hits one hard on the ground through the left field side. Easy base hit, scores 1. Now coming in is Ramos for 2. A 2-run RBI single for Bryden Bull. The Crawdads lead 4-0 early in the bottom of the first.
6 guys up, 6 guys on. I mean, once again, just they look phenomenal right now.
That they do. And now Bryden Bull, 3 singles in his last 2 games. He's looking really good, finding his swing. Runners on the corners, no one down for Brandon Clisby. Clisby, the second-year Crawdad, making just his 3rd start of the season. Has 1 hit in those 2 games, trying to get it going. Prime spot here to do so. Waylon brings the first offering home out of the stretch. Clisby, hard ground ball to third base. Brewer, another E5. No? The ruling in the press box. Still, now they're going to finally call it a hit. 1 run comes across. So RBI single for Brandon Clisby officially. 5-0 for the Crawdads in the bottom of the first. 2 guys still on, and Bryden Bull, a lot of speed at second base. Even Clisby, a guy who can steal some bags over at first. First pitch to Moss, wave and a miss, trying to get all of it there. And warming up in the Seagulls bullpen, a left-hander. Theodore Tesaurus on the hill there, getting ready to go. Waylon Pierce II comes home on the 0-1 to Moss in the dirt, 1-1. And Sutter Moss, a guy, 4 games already for the Crawdads, 6 at-bats, 1 run driven in, but hitless. Perfect time to bust out of the slump. The 1-1 outside, 2-1 on the heater, and Finn Waylon. Nightmare inning for him.
Yeah, you know, you're talking about a slump for Sutter Moss, but he's hitting the ball very hard. It's just very unlucky, and sometimes that's just baseball.
Bad BABIP luck, one could say. The 2-1. Fouled away behind home plate, 2-2.
You love FIP, huh? You just
Austin Oda, who was on the call on Sunday, he's a FIP enthusiast. I like OPS, I like WRC plus, and I'm a little bit of an old head. Batting average still means a lot to me. Austin Oda retching over there. The 2-2 hits Sutter Moss, and Finn Waylon just can't get out of his own way. Hit by pitch to load the bases, still nobody out, and we're into the 9th batter of the inning, TJ Woodson, with a chance to drive in some more.
the Crawdads are really making Waylon work, and we were talking earlier. I mean, he was the CCL Pitcher of the Week last week.
That he was. Does not look like the same guy on the hill today.
Absolutely not.
And this is kind of a familiar thing between the Seagulls and the Crawdads. Walnut Creek swept San Francisco in the season series last year, 7-0. Already took game number 1 on Sunday. Now to an early lead, trying to make it 2-0. Here comes Mark Caviglia, the head coach for the Seagulls, and he's going to call to the bullpen already. 8 batters in to the bottom of the first. We'll take a quick break while Tesaurus gets up and throws some warm-up pitches right after this. 5-0 bottom of the first inning for the Walnut Creek Crawdads. 8 batters that Finn Whalen faced, all of them reached base safely. And now they go to the left-hander Theodore Soros, the rising redshirt freshman. And left-hander against TJ Woodson. Big RBI chance for Woodson, bases loaded, no one out. The Waco native ready to go from the right side. First offering from Soros, fastball high and tight. 1 ball and no strikes, and Woodson, through his first 5 games as a Crawdad, rather impressive. 5 hits, 3 runs driven in. OPS over 1,000. He's also walked 4 times and stolen 4 bases. The 1-0 fouled away, 1-1. Soros making his second appearance for the San Francisco Seagulls here. Trying to get out of Whalen's jam. The 1-1. Woodson takes a fastball inside. 2-1. And this Seagulls pitching staff so far, Alex, has just not been able to locate strikes.
Yeah, not a lot. And the Crawdads are going to capitalize on that. They don't swing a lot at balls.
Very patient Crawdads team here in 2026. The 2-1. Woodson flares one, foul territory over the Crawdad dugout. 2-2. Walnut Creek threatening to bat around in the bottom of the first. After the Seagulls went down pretty quietly, a leadoff walk to Hurtado, a pair of flyouts, and then a strikeout for Kalani Haregi on the mound for Walnut Creek. The 2-2 to Woodson. Bounces in the dirt. Cohens covers it up. Full count. Bull over there at third. Clisby at second, and Moss at first. And between Bull and Clisby, a whole lot of speed. Moss as well. The payoff from Soros. Ball 4 upstairs. It wasn't really close. Now we'll go back to the top of the order. A run walks in, courtesy of TJ Woodson. 6-0 lead for the Crawdads. And now Aldridge a chance to add even more. Lefty-lefty matchup here. The first one that goes the Seagulls' favor. Aldridge reached on the E6 to lead off for the Crawdads. First offering, fastball away.
A lot of mistakes early on here from the Seagulls. A couple walks, a couple errors. And the Crawdads are capitalizing.
That they are. 1-0 to Aldridge. Check swing, high, tight fastball. 2 balls and no strikes.
He does walk a lot of guys. In his last outing, 2 2/3, he had 2 walks in that outing already. He already has 1, and it's a 2-0 count early on.
Much like Whalen struggling to locate the 2-0. Softly hit left side of the infield. Brewer over to second for 1. They will not get Aldridge on the fielder's choice. Bull and Clisby score. A 2 RBI fielder's choice for Shane Aldridge. Makes it a 8-0 ball game for the Crawdads, and up comes Peyton Rolls. Pardon me, 1 run scores. It's a 7-run ball game for Walnut Creek. Another RBI chance for Rolls. First pitch to him. Hit hard, right side of the infield. Ramirez bobbles it. It gets through. Another error, and Aldridge on his way to third base. The ball. Now, a whole lot of confusion as to what's actually going on here. Looks like there might have been 2 balls in play, folks. So now the umpires have to have a conversation. Either way, Rolls reaches on the E4, and some runs are going to come across. The question is how many?
It looked like a perfect throw, but I don't know if that was from the right guy.
We'll have to see. Aldridge, the ruling pending, is he going to be safe over at third base? Guy with a whole lot of speed. Now he's kind of coming toward the Crawdad dugout. He thinks he's probably out. And if he is, it'd be the first out of this inning. Second, pardon me.
I can't lie, Charlie. I am very confused right now.
So am I, Alex. So am I. This is just nuts.
because one ball got thrown like a perfect throw to third base, but one was way overthrown almost into the dugouts for the Seagulls.
Now the umpire is going to have a chat with both managers for Walnut Creek, Brant Cummings, who's manning third base, and Mark Cavilla, the skipper for the Seagulls, out of the dugout. Either way, at the moment, 8-0 lead for Walnut Creek.
There was no ruling. The umps just called time. The fans here are confused too.
Everybody's confused. So we're going to bring in Austin Oda over here. Austin, what did you see?
Yeah, so I'm watching back on the replay right now. It looks like Alan Ramirez, the second baseman, had a ball that might have trickled in from maybe the Crawdads bullpen, thought that it had stayed close enough on the ball in play, threw that ball to third. That was the strike to third. Then the throw from the right fielder was the wide one, is what I saw.
Okay, interesting. So it looks like it could be Aldridge safe at third base. Nonetheless, Woodson does come in to score, so it will be an RBI for Peyton Rolls. 8-0 ball game for Walnut Creek.
I think the question here is going to be, what did the umpire see?
Right.
They just ruled him out at third.
So Aldridge officially out at third base, they'll call it. So Seagulls fans happy with that one. Crawdads fans probably not as much. Nonetheless, 2 down in the bottom of the first. Ryan Ellis at the dish, Rolls at first base. And now the Crawdad dugout getting in on this. The bullpen and the pitching staff trying to reason that that was not the correct ball that was thrown. Nonetheless, the officials aren't going to listen. The call is the call. No official replay system here in the CCL to sort it out with.
I believe he gave the dugout a warning. It looked as if.
Would not be surprised. Still some conversation between the umpires and the coaching staffs. Now we'll get back to it. 2 down, 8-run lead for the Crawdads, 1 aboard for Ryan Ellis at the dish. First offering from Soros. Strike at the plate.
You know, it seems a lot of people upset with the call, but still 8 runs in the first inning.
Still an 8 spot for Walnut Creek, you know. Can't be too all mad at that. Runner goes. Ellis flares one, middle infield, coming on Feliciano to make the grab. That will do it for the bottom of the first. Walnut Creek gets 8 runners to come home after 11 batters went up to the dish. We'll take a break, go to the top of the second. The Seagulls with a mighty hole to try to climb out of right after this. Top of the second on the Crawdads streaming network. 5, 6, 7 due up for the San Francisco Seagulls. Cade Heflin, Blake Cohens, and Emilio Feliciano. Take a look at this, folks, for the Walnut Creek Crawdads starting pitchers. 1-0 already on the season, 2.81 ERA, 18 strikeouts to 11 walks. As Haregi in his second inning of work, first pitch to Heflin, inside fastball. 1-0. Crawdads put up 8 in the last inning, 8 runs, 5 earned on 4 hits, 3 errors, and they stranded 2. The 1-0 to Heflin. Breaking ball at the knees, strike 1. Heflin, a rising junior at Wheeling University, pinch hit yesterday for Gilbreth, the left fielder. He hits one softly into shallow right for a base hit, the first of the day for the Seagulls. Leadoff base runner for Blake Cohens, the catcher, hitting in the 6th spot. Crawdad faithful, a little restless here at Monte Vista following the tense conversation discussing that throw to third in which Aldridge was eventually called out. Either way, the Seagulls trailing by 8. Haregi out of the stretch. Breaking ball fouled away.
What an interesting first inning that was.
That it was, Alex. I mean, for your broadcasting debut, to get something quite as eventful as that, you're certainly lucky.
Yeah, very peculiar, for sure. I mean, 8 runs is, that doesn't happen a lot.
One inning, that's already crazy. And then just all the different plays, yeah. The 0-1 to Cohens. Fastball at the knees, strike 2. And Haregi has allowed just the 1 hit already. Trying to calm down. He's now issued a leadoff base runner in his first 2 innings of work. He's able to quiet down the Seagulls after that in the first. But the 0-2 breaking ball misses away.
The good thing for Haregi is he gets to go out there with an 8-run lead.
Yeah, it's got to feel good.
Not a lot of pressure on those shoulders for sure. Still, he knows he has to just pump strikes.
Pump strikes, eat innings. That's the recipe. The 1-2. Waved and fouled down the third base side. Still 1-2 to Cohens, the 5'10" rising junior from Foster City, California. Heflin at first. Has not attempted a steal yet this season. The 1-2 home to Cohens. Fastball, strike 3. Low part of the outer third. Gets Cohens looking. Second K of the day for Kalani Haregi. Now in the 7th spot, the guy wearing number 7, Emilio Feliciano.
I like that from you.
Very old-timey, you know, back in the early 1900s when teams used to actually have the numbers assigned by batting order. First offering, Feliciano takes a curveball hard of the zone.
It's very interesting. I didn't know that.
Shout out the Baseball Encyclopedia.
Yeah. If only Bull was the 7-hitter.
If only. I mean, he was for a little bit.
He's 6, not 7.
The 0-1 fastball foul tipped into Clisby's glove. 0-2 to Feliciano. And Kalani Haregi finding the strike zone. Just 2 balls in this inning that he's dealt. Here's to Heflin at first. Comes set at the belt. The 0-2. Fastball runs away from the right-hander Feliciano. 1-2. Rising senior Feliciano is at Coppin State, one of a pair hailing from that Division I program here for the Seagulls. The 1-2. Wave and a miss. Kalani Haregi uses the off-speed to get Feliciano to bite. 2 straight strikeouts, 2 down in the top of the second. Heflin still at first, but it brings up the designated hitter, Ethan Lopez.
That was a phenomenal off-speed.
Yeah, it
His
was.
stuff is very good.
Stuff is potent. Looks to be a rather effective guy for the Crawdads. Looks like he went to the changeup there rather than the curveball. Either way, first pitch to Lopez. Fastball at the knees. 0-1. Lopez, 1 hit in 2 games in the early season for the Seagulls. 7 at-bats. Pair of groundouts and a flyout. The 0-1 from Haregi. Curveball loops into the zone, 0-2. He's really using every pitch in the arsenal, the changeup, the fastball, and the curve. Really not missing the zone much. Hidegi looking to get out of this inning. Already has 2 straight strikeouts. Does he smell number 3? Kicks and deals the 0-2. Curveball bounced to third. Woodson charges, collects, and he won't throw. That was a really slow one in the infield grass. They'll rule the hit to Lopez, and I can't say that I disagree. That's a hit.
Yeah, it took a really weird hop for Woodson over there, and you could tell he had to reach across his body very awkwardly. And he was already at first base almost.
Yeah, he was. By the time Woodson collected, there's no need to throw. So still trailing by 8, the Seagulls have 2 on with 2 down in the top of the second, and Jake Brewer, the man in the 9-hole, up to bat. Hidegi looks to second at Heflin, now comes home. Fastball fouled away. 4th straight batter that Kalani Hidegi has dealt a first pitch strike to.
You know, you're up 8. You have to. You got to get a first pitch strike, get through batters, make the batters work, and make them have to do something.
5'11", 200-pound right-hander sets. The 0-1. Misses with the fastball outside. 1-1. Brewer, rising redshirt junior, formerly of Kenyatta College, now at CSU Monterey Bay. Didn't play there this spring, though. Heading back in an attempt to play for them this fall. The 1-1. Inside fastball fouled away, 1-2. And once again, Hidegi in a spot looking for a put away. Brewer, one of a couple Seagulls to return, along with Derek Waldvogel and today's starter Finn Whalen, and now Alan Ramirez over at second base. Pinch hit yesterday, but did not get aboard. The 1-2. Fastball fouled to the first base side and well out of play. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes to Brewer, the San Bruno native. Brewer yesterday struck out in his pinch hit appearance in the top of the 8th. The 1-2 again from Hidegi. Off speed and outside, 2-2.
It's a great pitch to throw 1-2.
Absolutely. Looking for a bite.
Oh, yeah.
Just didn't get it. Brewer trying to plate some runs for the Seagulls. They're down by 8. The 2-2. Fastball popped foul behind home plate and out of play. Brewer 2 seasons at Kenyatta College in 2024 and 2025. Career .324 hitter. An OPS nearing 1,000. 18 career extra base hits. Would love one right here. The 2-2, runners go. Ball gets away from Clisby into the dirt. Both runners will steal, Feliciano and, Heflin and Lopez. The count now full and a 2 RBI chance for Brewer with 2 outs. I think he's got to be careful with this pitch.
Absolutely. But once again, you're up 8.
The payoff. Fastball just misses outside. And it looked for a second there like the home plate umpire might have called it strike 3. Fooled all of us.
Yeah, he kind of stepped back a little bit like he was about to punch him out. But you have an open base.
That you do.
Go force anywhere now. Make it easy for your infielders instead of having to go the long way at first base.
And Hidegi has pitched 2 soft contact thus far. A pair of singles and a pair of flyouts as well, along with his 3 strikeouts. First offering to Hurtado as the lineup turns anew, a strike. Hurtado walked to lead off the game in the top of the first, but was stranded. Now the 0-1 to him. Check swing, high heat. The appeal to first base. He did go around. Seagulls dugout can't believe it.
It's tough to see from here, but it did look like he went around.
Nonetheless, it was called strike 2. The 0-2 from Hidegi. Lined into left field. Ellis will let it drop in front of him. He didn't have a chance to make the play. Now he'll throw home. Just one comes across. Hurtado will get the RBI single, and the Seagulls are on the board now, trailing by 7. It's pretty much everything you're asking for in a two-strike approach there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, you kind of just want to use your hands, figure out a way to get on, especially when you're down by a lot.
Bases loaded, 2 down. In the top of the second, the Seagulls have plated 1. Here's Alan Ramirez with a chance for more.
A lot of weak contact for the Seagulls, especially this inning, but they're finding holes.
First offering from Hidegi, kicks and delivers. Popped up. Third base side, Woodson giving it chase towards the Seagull dugout over the fence and out of play. He was hustling. If that ball was in the field of play, Woodson probably would have made the catch.
Yeah, it stayed up there long enough so TJ Woodson could have gotten it, but it just got over at the last second.
Either way, 0-1 at the dish to Ramirez.
Another first pitch strike.
And Hidegi's been so impressive doing that. The 0-1 comes home. Breaking ball ripped foul left field side. 0-2.
It seems like a lot of these batters are getting into 2-strike counts, and then they just find a way on for the
Good
Seagulls.
fundamental baseball, really.
Absolutely.
The 0-2 to Ramirez. Check swing on the breaking ball outside. Home plate umpire rings him up anyway. 4th strikeout of the day for Kalani Hidegi. The Seagulls strand 3 on the pass. They do get 1 across. But the Crawdads going into the bottom of the second with the 7-run lead. We'll have that right after this. Bottom of the second, 8-1 ball game for the Crawdads as they're out to bat. And let's take a look at what happened in the first inning. 8 runs on 4 hits for Walnut Creek. 3 defensive errors that the Seagulls committed also allowed that. So only 5 of those runs are earned. Theodore Soros still on the hill, facing the heart of the Crawdad order, Ramos, Perez, and Bull. First pitch to the right-handed cleanup man for Walnut Creek, a fastball high. 1-0 is Ramos manning shortstop today for Walnut Creek in his 4th game with the team. The 1-0, slapped foul, first base side over the Crawdad dugout, 1-1.
Ramos must be feeling fresh. He had Sunday off, and also the off day Monday.
He's telling me earlier he had a little bit of a sinus thing going on Sunday. Part of the reason why he didn't play, in addition to the rest. So feeling a lot better now after 2 days off. The 1-1 curveball upstairs. 2-1 to Ramos. 1 run came across when he reached on the E5 in the first. The 2-1 breaking ball slapped foul again to the opposite field into the Crawdad bullpen. Now 2-2. Ramos batted cleanup all season long at Cal State East Bay. In the portal after a great season there. The 2-2 from Soros beans Ramos in the back. second hit batter for the Crawdads today. Seagulls pitching staff struggling with command.
That one looked like that gotta hurt.
Absolutely.
It looked like it hit him kind of back, kind of upper shoulder,
Yeah, back left
forearm.
shoulder.
Yeah.
One aboard for Dylan Perez, who had a hard hit RBI single in the first. Perez, this is his 6th game. Started every time for Walnut Creek. First pitch from the lefty Soros upstairs. 1-0 count to the rising sophomore. The 1-0 comes home, high and tight, get out of the way. And Perez does.
One of 2 Baylor guys on the team.
That he is.
Him and
T.J.
TJ Woodson, yes.
They've started combined almost every game.
I
Woodson,
Yeah.
he didn't start game 1 against Berkovich Honors, but every other time he has. So 11 combined heading into this game.
At least every CCL game.
Every CCL game they have both played as Perez takes low and away. 3-0 at the dish. Ramos with a lot of speed at first. The 3-0 home. Get me over fastball on the outer third. But Perez took a step. He thought it was ball 4.
It was a close one, and I think the umpire kind of gifted him it a little bit. It was close.
The 3-1. Perez hits one high into center field. German camps under it and puts it away. More loud contact for Dylan Perez. That's what we've seen all season long from him thus far. But now 1 down in the bottom of the second. Still 1 on for Bryden Bull. Bull, an RBI single in the first, plated 2. Part of that monster 8-run inning. Had the bases loaded in that at-bat.
Yes.
Much lower pressure situation for him here. Lefty-lefty matchup. Soros misses outside.
Lefty, but he does like hitting it outside. Or, excuse me, oppo. So if he finds one on the outside corner, a breaking ball, you might see him try to go the opposite way.
Here he does on the 1-0, deep into left field. Going back, Hurtado, track, wall, out of here! We called it earlier today. Bryden Bull, his first homer as a Crawdad. 10-1, Walnut Creek leads. You mess with the Bull, you get the horns.
Over the scoreboard. What an unbelievable swing. Like I said, outside pitch goes the other way, and he talked about it earlier. He likes those oppo home runs.
We're going to have to talk to him after this game about that, because, man, what a blast.
Oppo taco.
1 down in the bottom of the second. Crawdads leading by 9. Here's Clisby. First offering to him, a curveball lower third for a strike. Crawdads fans, get ready for some more of that. Bryden Bull with a sweet swing. The 0-1 to Clisby. Curveball misses low, 1-1.
That SEC power right there. 1 of 6, I believe, Crawdads who are not this year, but all-time
Yes.
Crawdads that
He is
come
the
from
6th.
the SEC.
That's correct. First ever from Ole Miss. The 1-1 fouled away opposite side for Clisby. 1-2.
Ole Miss still in the College World Series.
That they are. They're in Omaha. Defeated our alma mater, Arizona State.
Yeah, you know, it was a tough second game for sure.
That it was. The 1-2 to Clisby. Breaking ball low. 2-2.
Bryden's been talking about it a lot in the dugout, and he's been wanting to get that first one, and he finally did.
That he did. Now the 2-2. Clisby rips one, pull side, foul. And Brandon Clisby, another guy who was hitting the ball well in batting practice, told us, should he see a 2-0 count, he thinks he can hit one out. Not a 2-0 count for him here. This is 2-2. Does have the advantage against the left-handed pitcher. Soros fires. Curveball that does not sink. Now a full count to Clisby. Moss on deck. Woodson after him. Nobody on. Following the Bryden Bull homer. The payoff. Clisby rips one into the left center gap. Easy extra base hit for Clisby. Lots of speed heading from first. Now he's at second, and he'll get the hold there. A wide throw into the outfield. Clisby's going to go over to third. Does not have the wave, but had a chance to go home. Either way, another RBI chance as Moss will come up to the dish. Now the question is, a triple or a double with plus the error? Double plus the error, the official tab for Brandon Clisby, and he's having himself a day.
His celebration, he brought the boom right there.
Got to appreciate a big boom for Clisby. His first extra base hit of the season. And now mound visit, coaching staff for the Seagulls going to have a chat with Theodore Soros, on the hill real quick. But Alex, also Benjamin Juice, the right-hander for San Francisco, warming and throwing pitches in the bullpen. What an offensive outburst here in game number 6 of the season.
Yeah, it was kind of, you could feel it trying to come out 2 days ago when they faced the Seagulls. In the second inning, they scored 6. Put up 8 in the first this inning. It's just an offensive onslaught.
That it is. An offensive onslaught is the perfect way to describe it, my friend. So here comes Sutter Moss. RBI chance for him as Clisby's at third. Only one down in the bottom of the second. The Crawdads leading by 9. Looping curveball for a strike to Moss. Moss hit by a pitch, in the first. Later came in to score. The 0-1 fastball outer third, strike 2.
It's a good spot by the pitcher there.
Soros doing a nice job after the mound visit. Looking for a put away here. The 0-2. Moss catches up to the curveball, high chopper to second. Ramirez flips underhand to Lamoth for the out. Clisby will score on the 4-3 ground out.
He did a job there.
11-1 lead for Walnut Creek, and we're not even through 2 innings.
I think they get the season high run total.
Perhaps so. I mean, this is already the season high in conference play. Can they plate more than 17 today? We'll find out. First pitch to Woodson upstairs. Woodson walked in a run with the bases loaded in the bottom of the first. The 1-0 curveball called a strike. 1-1 as a ball gets away from the bullpen catcher for the Seagulls into left field. The umpires didn't see it, so could have had another troublesome play with 2 balls in play, but now it's not. Just the 1. The 1-1 to Woodson. Curveball at the knees, strike 2.
Woodson has been, like you said, starting at third base the last 3 games. He's looking comfortable over there, too.
Yeah, middle infielder by trade, moving to the corner. The 1-2 to him. Bounced to second. Ramirez collects and fires to first in time. 2 straight 4-3 groundouts that Soros induces to the Walnut Creek Crawdads offense. But it's 11-1 after the Bryden Bull 2-run blast and the Sutter Moss ground out RBI. We'll head to the top of the third. Seagulls trailing by a lot. Welcome to the top of the third. Later on today, we'll have the player of the game brought to you by Worth Group Restaurants, a local collection of East Bay restaurants owned and operated by Rodney Worth, including the Peasant and the Pear in Danville, the Bourbon Pear in Livermore, and the Golden Pear in Walnut Creek. Worth Group Restaurants, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Heart of the order due up for the Seagulls against Heregi, trying to get through his third inning of work. First offering to Germun, low and in the dirt, 1-0. The 0-1 fastball blown right past him. 1-1 to Germun. And Heregi looking really good, Alex. Just 3 hits to this point, 1 run. Crawdads lead by 10. The 1-1. Breaking ball hit foul, third base side. 1-2.
You know, we talk about eating innings, and this is the perfect spot for a pitcher to eat innings. You're up 10 in the third. It's just
Save the bullpen. There is some action in the Crawdad bullpen. Miles Tencher, the submarine right-hander, up and moving. As the 1-2 outside fastball called strike 3. Kalani Heregi, 5 on the day through 2 1/3. He looks magnificent.
absolutely a lot of strikeouts from him in just 2 1/3.
Showing some really promising stuff early in the season, Heregi is for the Crawdads. Here's Christian Lamoth, struck out in the first. First offering from Heregi, kicks and fires. Changeup outside third, called a strike. 0-1 to Lamoth, the rising sophomore at St. Bonaventure. The 0-1 comes home. Fastball low, 1-1. Heregi turns and delivers. The 1-1 to Lamoth. Bounces in the dirt, Clisby collects. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Seagull full first baseman. Nobody on and 1 down here in the top of the third. The 2-1 breaking ball is outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. And Alex, in this spot, he's got to have the green light down so many runs, right?
I'm not sure. You know, you need base runners.
The 3-1, swing and a miss.
And
I
you're
called it.
absolutely right.
Full count now to Lamoth. I mean, this is a power hitting guy. Swung through his shoes there.
Absolutely. And he hit one last time.
That he did. The payoff from Heregi. Fouled off Lamoth's leg. We'll do it again. But Christian Lamoth through 4 games, 3 extra base hits for the Seagulls. Slugging nearly 800 because of that.
It's not easy to hit one out in right field, and Lamoth did that on Sunday.
That he did. The wind not helping him there. He just got all of it. The payoff from Heregi. Inner third fastball called strike 3. 6 strikeouts for Kalani Heregi. That is the Crawdad season high and a career high for Kalani Heregi.
10 strikeouts through 2 games.
He looks fantastic. And now out comes manager Brent Cummings for Walnut Creek with a lefty on deck, Cade Heflin. I wonder if they're going to pull Heregi. Yes, manager Brent Cummings will. We'll take a quick break here on the Crawdad Streaming Network. In comes Miles Tencher in relief. We'll be right back after the break. On the other side of the break, it's the top of the third. Crawdads leading 11-1. They bring in a new pitcher, Miles Tenscher, in relief of Kalani Hadegi, who went 2 2/3, 3 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts, which is an appearance high for any Crawdad this season. Tenscher, the sidearm throwing right-hander, will face Cade Heflin, the lefty, with 2 outs here in the top of the third. Kicks and delivers. Bounced in the dirt 6 feet in front of home plate. 1-0.
I kind of want to go back to Kalani's, outing. A lot of strikes, 40 strikes
Wow.
in 58 pitches. So just 18 balls. He had limited damage, only 1 run, and he struck out 6.
That's exactly what the Crawdads asked for. The 1-0 from Tenscher, another ball in the dirt, 2-0. And this is what we saw from Tenscher in Sonoma. He just had a really hard time throwing strikes in that appearance. 2/3 of an inning, he ultimately got the loss. 3 walks, 1 earned run, and a strikeout. The 2-0 to Heflin. Outer third breaking ball for a strike.
It's a nice backdoor breaking ball right there.
Yeah, the slider works really well.
He has the arm slot for that too, for a perfect slider.
He's just so funky. Now the 2-1. Slider inner third, laced into shallow right for a base hit. Second of the day for Cade Heflin. So a 2-out base runner for San Francisco. That brings up Blake Cohens, the right-handed hitting catcher. Cohen's a veteran of the CCL, actually played last summer for the Menlo Park Legends, 28 games for them, 217 batting average, 516 OPS. Tenscher out of the stretch. First offering, Cohens, slider at the knees, strike 1.
Once again, that slider, it just has a lot of movement. Kind of reminds me a little bit like my good old friend, not actual friend, but Tyler Rogers. Submarine guy.
Good shout. Tenscher's 0-1 offering. Wave and a miss. Just a frisbee there on the slider. And you could almost say it's a sweeper.
Absolutely.
So now Cohen's in an 0-2 hole. Action in the Seagulls bullpen. Looks like Juice might be set to come in next inning. The 0-2 from Tenscher. Go back to the well. Cohens fouls it off this time. Outer third slider off the end of the bat. Feliciano's on deck for the Seagulls, trailing by 10. After an 8-run first inning and a 3-run second inning for the Crawdads. Tenscher kicks and fires the 0-2. Two-seamer outer third misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cohens. The 1-2 home. Weekly hit foul, third base side. Still 1-2 to Cohens. Guy who played his redshirt sophomore year this spring at Cal State Monterey Bay. 10 games, 4 starts, 17 at-bats, limited action. Heflin, 8-foot lead at first base. The 1-2 from Tenscher. Wave and a miss, a filthy slider outside. 3 strikeouts in the top of the third, 1 single for the Seagulls. But they're still stuck at 1 run. We'll head to the home half of the third. Crawdads trying to extend their massive lead after this. Bottom of the third, top of the order due up for the Crawdads, leading by 10. Shane Aldridge, Peyton Rolls, and Ryan Ellis. New pitcher for San Francisco, Benjamin Juiced, the right-hander from Pacific University in Oregon. Will face Aldridge, who reached on an E6 and a fielder's choice in his 2 at-bats in the first. First offering to the lefty, high and away. 1-0. Righty sets at the belt. Sidearm 1-0 delivery, fastball outside. 2-0.
A couple of sidearms.
Yeah.
Submariner, well, kind of submarine guys, but here today for both teams.
Getting some funk here early in the CCL. The 2-0 to Aldridge. Fastball outer third, called a strike. 2-1. And Shane Aldridge, in his first 5 games as a Walnut Creek Crawdad, .222 hitter, 744 OPS. 4 hits, 4 runs driven in. The 2-1 off speed misses upstairs. 3 balls and 1 strike. Aldridge has walked 2 times to 5 strikeouts as a Crawdad. Now a 3-1 count, very favorable for him. Juice delivers off speed, fouled away. And now the count full. Peyton Rolls on deck. Had a double in the first, then reached on an E4 and drove in a run in his second at-bat. 8-run monster inning in the first for the Crawdads. The 11 batters came up. The payoff to Aldridge. Skied shallow center field. Feliciano giving it chase from shortstop, and he makes the grab.
It's not an easy play out there at shortstop. Plus the wind here is unpredictable sometimes.
Absolutely. Does a nice job tracking it down. Already 3 fielding errors for San Francisco. And here's Peyton Rolls. 1 down, no one on in the bottom of the third. Rolls, one of the most potent Crawdad bats early in this season. First player in Crawdad history to have 4 hits in his debut, which he did on Wednesday. He takes a slider for a strike.
He's a 2-time player of the game early on this season.
That he is. In that 4-hit debut, just a homer shy of the cycle, as takes a slider outside this time, 1-1. And then against Alameda on Saturday, Rolls pinch hit later in the game, had a single, then a walk-off 2 RBI double to win it. The 1-1 from Juiced. Rolls hard foul ball on the ground to third. 1-2 now. And Juiced, he's just kind of getting in the zone, throwing strikes.
And again, you have to. You're down 10. The coach for the Seagulls is just going to be looking for someone to come in and throw strikes.
The 1-2. Rolls takes a slider outside into the left-handed batter's box this time. So 2-2. Rolls 7 for 18 as a Crawdad, 3 doubles, a triple, and 6 RBIs in his first 5 games. The 2-2 off speed and inside, another full count. So Juice has thrown at least 5 pitches to each of his first 2 batters faced. The payoff. Rolls takes a high and tight fastball and works the walk.
Another free bag for the Seagulls. I mean, 3 walks so far. If you look out there, there's only 6 hits for the Crawdads. Seagulls have 4, but 11 runs to 1. Doesn't help when you have 4 errors as well. That's a total of 7 free bases / mistakes for the Seagulls.
It's just not winning baseball.
Absolutely not.
So Ryan Ellis stands in with a runner on and 1 down in the bottom of the third. Takes a high and tight fastball. Ellis, Mr. Crawdad. 2 runs batted in shy of tying Joey Donnelly for second in Crawdad history. The 1-0 to him. Off speed and away. 2-0. Ellis has been the designated hitter in 4 games he's appeared in. Played in left field on Saturday against Alameda. Now playing it again here today. The 2-0 to him. Slider inside. 3 balls and no strikes.
Mr. Reliable for the Crawdads.
Absolutely. Guy with multiple career walk-off hits for the Walnut Creek Crawdads. The 3-0. Ball 4, a fastball high. Now back-to-back walks. 2 on for Elijah Ramos with 1 down, and now yet another mound visit as Benjamin Juice just having trouble early in his appearance, but more of the same really for this Seagulls pitching staff.
It's like a rinse and repeat right now. A lot of free bags. Just a lot of mistakes.
Absolutely. Crawdads trying to capitalize. Elijah Ramos will be up next. He reached on an E5 in the first, which drove in a run, then was hit by a pitch in the second.
It's his second time today already in the 3rd inning with the bases juiced.
2 on.
Oh, excuse me.
You're good. You're good. But yes, almost. I mean, this is second time that Ramos has an RBI chance in this game already.
It's a rookie mistake by
Oh, no. It happens, man. It happens. No sweat off anybody's nose. Dylan Perez looming on deck should Ramos get aboard. Righty-righty matchup here. Juiced out of the stretch. Kicks and fires. Slider outside. It's the 3rd first pitch ball in this inning. And Ramos, not a guy you can really afford to throw many balls to. Just hits everything in the zone. The 1-0. Inside breaking ball fouled away to the Crawdad dugout. 1-1. Ramos, in his 2nd season playing in the California Collegiate League, spent 2024 with the Sonoma Stompers. Now playing on the right side of that rivalry as the 1-1. Breaking ball outside, 2-1. And Ramos against his former team on Friday, a big 2 RBI double that tied the ball game up for Walnut Creek. Was named player of the game. The 2-1 hit into the left center gap, shallow. Rolls will chug in from second easily. And how about the RBI base hit for Elijah Ramos? 12-1 lead for Walnut Creek in the bottom of the 3rd, just 1 out.
I know he needed that one. Very good against the Stompers. But a day off, like you said, sinus infection or something along the lines of that.
Yeah, a little sinus problems, but he's good to go, and he's swinging the bat well. Here's Perez. Runners at 2nd and 1st. Juice comes home and misses upstairs. Bryden Bull looming on deck for the Crawdads. Hit that home run in his last at-bat. Take a look at this monster shot.
But he does
just
like
smoked
hitting it
off the
outside.
bat
Or,
back in the
off
2nd
of.
inning.
So
As Perez
finds
rips one
the
on a
outside
line
corner, breaking ball.
into center
Might see him try to
field.
go the opposite way.
German, here he does on the 1-0,
away.
deep into left field, going back Hurtado, track, ball, out of
here!
We called it earlier today. Bryden Bull, 2 down, 2 runners on for Bryden
first
Bull.
homer. Now batting the first baseman, number 7.
Absolutely clobbered that outside breaking ball his last time up. Hit his first collegiate home run, as he did not get a chance to play at all this spring at Ole Miss.
4 RBIs already today.
Early contender for player of the game.
Absolutely.
Juiced, kicks and delivers. Bull hits one high in the air to left field. Feliciano from short makes the catch. So the Crawdads strand a pair of runners in the bottom of the 3rd. They do get 1 back on the RBI single from Elijah Ramos. 12-1 lead heading in to the top of the 4th. Seagulls back up to bat right after this. Back for the top of the fourth, Miles Tencher got the last out in the third inning, but Kalani Haregi, a fantastic start, 2 2/3 innings, 6 strikeouts, the season high for any Walnut Creek pitcher, 1 earned run, 3 hits, 2 walks. Feliciano, Lopez, and Brewer due up the bottom of the Seagulls order as Tencher bounces one in the grass.
He made a little gesture. It looked like it slipped from his hands right there.
Just a guy that throws it pretty hard and so much spin, so those certainly happen. We saw a few of those back in the third. The 0-1 off, or the 1-0 offering is low. 2 balls and no strikes to Feliciano. He struck out swinging against Haregi in the second. The 2-0 from Tencher. Rising redshirt sophomore at California misses nowhere close, 3-0. Tencher, 11 appearances for the Cal Golden Bears as a true freshman in 2025. 8 2/3 innings pitched, 12 walks to 8 strikeouts, but did not pitch there this spring. The 3-0 to Feliciano. Get me over fastball on the outer third. 3 balls and 1 strike to the Seagulls shortstop, trailing by 11. The 3-1 comes home. Missed low. Ball 4. Clisby tried to frame it up, but the home plate umpire, he had a good read on it. Leadoff base runner for Ethan Lopez, the designated hitter for San Francisco. Lopez, a pair of seasons at College of San Mateo, now going to head to Utah Tech in the fall. As the first offering hit high in the air to center field, Perez moving to his left, makes the catch. Now 1 down in the top of the fourth, and still a base runner for Jake Brewer.
Those are the types of outs that pitchers love. First pitch, easy fly out after an early base runner in the inning.
Tencher going to look for some more of those soft contact outs. Jake Brewer walked in his first at-bat in the second inning. Second-year Seagull was selected to the All-Star team last year. First offering from Tencher, a nice breaking ball at the knees. And man, when Tencher can locate that slider, it's just filthy.
It's phenomenal.
The righty's 0-1. Another slider, outer third, called a strike. A little bit of a late call from the home plate umpire, but nonetheless, it's there. Brewer in an 0-2 hole, and now he's got to protect that outer third. Might be a prime spot for a two-seamer inside. The 0-2 from Tencher. Breaking ball slapped into shallow right, base hit. Feliciano will stay put at second base. 2 on in the top of the fourth. Lineup turns over for the Seagulls. A little bit of warm-up action in the Crawdad bullpen, some stretching, but nobody throwing pitches. So here's Hurtado, had an RBI single in the second, plated the lone run of the day for the Seagulls. He's got another RBI chance here with 2 on and 1 down. Tencher kicks and delivers. Two-seamer runs inside. 1 ball and no strikes to Armando Hurtado. At Coppin State, Hurtado, 280 hitter in 43 games. 38 runs driven in. The 1-0 from Tencher. Slider on the outer third, called strike number 1.
That slider has a lot of break, horizontally at least.
And it seriously is a frisbee. Tencher peers in, has this call from Clisby. Brief glance to second, the 1-1. Another slider in the heart of the zone. Hurtado held his swing, but it doesn't matter. Probably should have went around.
I think it's just really hard to hit that. You don't see a lot of, at least that much horizontal break.
The 1-2 from the Golden Bear. Another slider, low outside corner, strike 3 called. Second K of the day for Miles Tencher.
Once again, it's that slider or even a sweeper, you could call it. But, I mean, if you're comparing his advanced metrics, his horizontal break, negative 18.3 from the Sonoma game. If you compare that to Major League Baseball pitchers, on sweepers at least, only 13 pitchers ahead of him on horizontal breaks.
Wow. First offering to the second baseman Ramirez, two-seamer high and tight. 1-0. So Miles Tencher, if he can sort out the walks, the stuff is certainly there.
Absolutely. You don't see that arm angle a lot either.
Certainly hard for hitters to catch up to. The 1-0. Ramirez takes a slider on the outer third.
There it is again. It's his bread and butter pitch right there.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Absolutely.
And these Seagulls hitters are not biting a whole lot on it, at least to this point. Credit to Brewer, his single was on a slider, though. Tencher steps off, high throw to Rolls covering the second base bag. But Feliciano was back pretty safely, regardless. 5:30 local time. We're an hour and a half into this one. Top of the fourth, 2 down, 2 runners on. Seagulls trailing by 11. The 1-1 check swing. The appeal to first. Ramirez went around. 1-2. And yet another slider from Miles Tencher.
Looks like the Seagulls are getting not a warning, but at least a talking to from the first base umpire after he heard something. And here we go.
Now we're going to get a dugout warning. Home plate umpire calls time and has some words for the San Francisco coaching staff.
Seems like there's been a warning now to both dugouts early on into this game.
Wild stuff brewing here at Monte Vista High School in Danville. The 1-2 to Ramirez. Slider misses away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the second baseman. Miles Tencher trying to work out of the jam. Walked Feliciano to lead off the inning, allowed a hit to Jake Brewer. Since then got Hurtado to strike out looking. The 2-2 home. Swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts for Miles Tencher, and that slider is filthy. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth. Crawdads an 11-run lead, trying to tack on some more right after this. Bottom of the fourth on the Crawdad streaming network. The California Collegiate League's biggest event of the summer is coming to Reno, Nevada on Saturday, July 4th. The 2026 CCL All-Star Game will bring together the league's top players and future professional prospects at Greater Nevada Field, home of the Reno Aces. Following the game, fans will enjoy a spectacular fireworks show as part of the America 250 celebration. To purchase tickets and learn more, visit calsummerball.com. First pitch to Brandon Clisby, hit him in the helmet. Third hit Crawdad batter today. And now Clisby aboard for the 3rd time today. Sutter Moss up to bat against Benjamin Juiced.
Going back to that All-Star read. I know it's very early on, but Any predictions on any crawdads?
I think Peyton Rolls has a chance. Ryan Ellis has a chance. Bryden Bull, TJ Woodson. I mean, heck, most of this Crawdad lineup has a chance to be an all-star. First pitch to Moss. Hard hit to first. Lamoth will tag the bag, will not throw to second. They'll get one on the ground out.
There's been a lot of first batters getting on, you know? Seen it for both sides, not just the Crawdads.
RBI chance now for TJ Woodson as Brandon Clisby is over at second base. Woodson walked in a run in the first and grounded out to second base in the second inning. First offer from Juiced. Breaking ball outside. 1-0. Woodson, another guy, much like Bryden Bull, didn't play at his Power 4 school this spring, redshirted, and is already strutting the stuff. The 1-0. Hard hit to short. Feliciano collects and fires across the diamond in time. Nice pick in the dirt from Christian Lamoth.
I could appreciate that one.
Especially as a first baseman yourself.
Absolutely. I love when first baseman helps out their guys in the infield.
RBI chance for Shane Aldridge. Lineup turns anew for Walnut Creek. Aldridge hitless today, reached on an error in the first and a fielder's choice in the first as well, his second time that inning. Righty-lefty matchup, Juiced kicks and delivers. Breaking ball in the heart of the plate. 0-1. Aldridge, a local guy from Hayward, California. Originally went to his local junior college, Chabot, and transferred to Menlo College where he went crazy. The 0-1, breaking ball upstairs and away. Two down in the bottom of the fourth. Crawdads a 12-1 lead. The 1-1 to Aldridge, swing and a miss. That breaking ball from Benjamin Juiced doing some good work here.
Once again, it's that arm slot, you know. Some areners or guys who throw from 3/4 typically have a very nice off speed.
Certainly been hard to hit. Now the 1-2. Off speed outside. Called strike three on the outer third. Aldridge can't believe it. But nonetheless, the Crawdads strand one in the bottom of the fourth. We'll head to the top of the fifth. Seagulls trailing by 11. Welcome to the top of the fifth on the Crawdad streaming network. After Miles Tencher's inning and a third, the Crawdads call to the bullpen. Paul Wheeler, the rising redshirt sophomore left-hander from the University of San Francisco, set to face the heart of the Seagull order, Davis Gurman, and then two left-handers, Christian Lamoth and Cade Heflin. Wheeler kicks and fires the first pitch to German. Outside fastball, 1-0.
Wheeler was good in his first outing as a Crawdad. 1 inning pitched, 1 strikeout, no runs.
The 1-0 home. Check swing on the fastball. It's called a strike on the outer third anyway. But Wheeler just a guy that has a lot of oomph from his 5'11", 180-pound frame. High 80s fastball, the 1-1. There's the off speed, misses upstairs. 2-1 count. Wheeler, no stranger to the CCL, played with the Menlo Park Legends last summer. 9 games, 3 starts there. The 2-1, change up outside. 3-1 to German. German 0 for 2 today, flew out to right, struck out looking in the third. Wheeler sets below the belt. Turns and deals. Ball 4 outside. A leadoff walk to Davis German brings up the left-hander Christian Lamoth playing first base.
First baseman number 40, Christian Lamont.
Lamoth 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts. 1 swinging, 1 looking. Now Wheeler can get to work here. Lefty-lefty favorable matchup. Peers to first, now comes home. Fastball on the outer third, strike 1. And that's what you're exactly what you're asking for, Alex, when you just locate that outer third fastball lefty to lefty.
Absolutely, and on first pitch. Another first pitch strike for the Crawdads.
The 0-1 now. Fastball misses low and outside, 1-1. Paul Wheeler in his first year with the University of San Francisco. 6.23 ERA, 12 appearances, 13 innings pitched. The 1-1 home. Slap to third. Woodson collects the throw onto second in time to first. Bull with the stretch, but not quite enough. Lamoth legs it out on the fielder's choice.
That ball was hit just a little harder. Could have been a phenomenal double play.
But shout out Woodson. That's a tough chopper.
Absolutely. Had to take a weird turn off his back foot to get to second base too. Not easy, especially for a guy who's normally a middle infielder.
Right. Playing out of position, so to speak. 1 down in the top of the 5th. Lamoth at first, and here's Cade Heflin, the right fielder. Wheeler kicks and fires. Heflin squares bunt, pulls it back, but a lower third fastball called strike.
Interesting time to show bunt.
Say that again.
Down 11.
The 0-1 to Heflin. Fastball outer third, strike 2.
He's living in that outer third to a lefty. Loves throwing that like 2-seam fastball into that spot.
It's been rather effective so far. Now the 0-2 from Wheeler. Hit right back to the pitcher, on to second for 1. Now to first, double play. 1-6-3. The Crawdads get out of the inning on the pitcher's best friend. And how about Paul Wheeler? Pitchers are athletes too. Anyway, we'll take a break here. Bottom of the 5th, 2 up. The Crawdads will send Rolls, Ellis, and Ramos to the plate right after this.
second baseman.
Back for the bottom of the fifth. 2-3-4 due up for Walnut Creek. Peyton rolls, Ryan Ellis and Elijah Ramos. Benjamin Juiced, the righty on the hill for San Francisco, still up and trying to get through another inning of work. His first pitch to Rolls popped up, foul territory towards first. Lamoth toward the Crawdad dugout, makes the catch. One pitch, one out in the bottom of the fifth. Ryan Ellis at the dish now.
The left fielder, number 2, Ryan.
Ellis having a classic Ryan Ellis day. 2 walks already, then popped out his second at-bat of the first to shortstop. Looking for his first hit on this Tuesday afternoon. Juice delivers. Fastball outside.
The all-time career record holder for the Crawdads in walks.
That he is. Extending that by a mile. The 1-0 from Juiced. Breaking ball inside. 2-0 to Ellis. Just a classic Ryan Ellis at bat. They can't attack him in the zone. They know he'll pound it. 2-0 to the Crawdad left-hander. Two-seamer outside. 3 balls and no strikes.
They just aren't pitching to him.
I mean, everybody in the CCL knows Ryan Ellis is just so dangerous. Juice kicks and fires the 3-0. Breaking ball over the heart of the plate. 3-1.
Take sign was definitely on there.
Absolutely. Probably is here too. The 3-1. Ball 4 well outside. Ellis works his 3rd walk of the day.
Walk simulator
Absolutely.
for Ellis today.
On base guy. Moneyball type of guy, if you will.
Absolutely.
So
Great movie.
Yeah, that it is. 1 down, 1 aboard, bottom of the 5th. Elijah Ramos. He's already got 2 runs driven in, had an RBI single his last time up. First pitch, slider outer third, strike 1. Ellis playing it close to the first base bag. Lamoth right there trying to hold it. And the 1-0 runs well inside, hits Ramos square of the back. That's the 2nd time he's been hit by a pitch today. That one also stings.
Absolutely. 4th hit by pitch for the Crawdads. And I believe 4 free bags.
That it is. Pardon me. Dylan Perez steps in. RBI chance as Ellis is at second. 2 on, 1 down. And Bryden Bull on deck. Crawdads leading by 11 here. First pitch to Perez outside. And Juiced in this inning, having a tough time throwing strikes.
It just seems like a theme for the Seagulls today.
The 1-0. Perez hits one high in the air, foul territory down the right field side. 1-1. Sounded good off the bat, but didn't quite get the angle right. Juiced at the belt. The 1-1 from the stretch. Breaking ball hanged, and Perez pops it up to right field. Heflin puts it away. Still 2 base runners and 2 down now. In the bottom of the 5th for Bryden Bull, back up at the dish.
Number 7,
And Bryden Bull, what a day he's had, Alex Martinez. A 2 RBI single in the first, a 2-run homer, his first of the year in the second. Popped out to short in the third.
4 RBIs. That'll play.
That it will. First offering to Bull. Off speed and outside. 1-0. Now the 1-0 offering to Bull. Ripped on the right field line. Lands fair, extra bases. Ellis will come in to score. They'll also wave in Ramos. And how about Bryden Bull? A 2 RBI double in the bottom of the 5th. Makes it 14-1 Walnut Creek. And now 6 runs driven in for the rising redshirt freshman at Ole Miss.
Just an unreal game by Bryden. He is a triple away from the cycle in the 5th inning.
Yeah, I mean, wow, cycle watch already. And he's got the legs to do it.
Absolutely. I thought he was going to try to go for 3 there. He came around first base, pumping, but then started slowing up. I thought he was going to go for it.
RBI chance with 2 down for Brandon Clisby. The guy who RBI single in the first, a double in the second. He went to third on an E7 and then was hit by a pitch back in the 4th inning. He takes a first pitch strike. 0-1 to the Crawdad catcher today, having his best game of the young season. He's been aboard 3 times. The 0-1. High chopper to third. Leaping effort from Brewer. The throw to first. In time called. I don't know about that one, Alex.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like he was safe, but what a play by the Seagulls' third baseman, Jake Brewer.
Yeah, Brewer did a nice job there. And, you know, down by 13, you got to give the away team a couple calls. Either way, we'll head to the top of the 6th. The Seagulls back up to bat after this. Later today, we'll have our player of the game in our post-game show. Today's player of the game will be brought to you by Worth Group Restaurants, local collection of East Bay restaurants owned and operated by Rodney Worth, including the Peasant and the Pear in Danville, the Bourbon Pear in Livermore, and the Golden Pear in Walnut Creek. Worth Group Restaurants, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Top of the 6th, Blake Cohen's, Emilio Feliciano, and Ethan Lopez. As Wheeler's in his 2nd inning of work, took over from Miles Tencher, who went an inning and a third with 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. First pitch to Cohen's is low, 1 ball and no strikes. Pardon me, called a strike at the dish. Now the 0-1 home. Chop to second, charging play from Rolls. The flip to first, pulls Bull off the bag. The throw was wide anyway.
It's a tough play out there at second base.
And looks like the official scoring decision leaning a hit. So they'll give Cohen's a leadoff single in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, that's just a tough play at second base for Rolls. Got to go across the body off of a chopping ground ball and a fast runner as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Cohen's worked the legs there. Wheeler in the stretch, first offering to Feliciano, upstairs and outside. 1 ball and no strikes to the San Francisco shortstop. Wheeler ended the top of the 5th with a 1-6-3 double play on a chopper back to him. Would love another one of those here as the 1-0 in there for a strike.
That was Wheeler's first hit given up all year.
That it was. It's been spotless to this point. He's through 2 innings of work on the season. Crawdad seeing if he can get through 3 total. 1-1. Heater inside. Cohen's at first, no one out in the top of the 6th. Seagulls trailing by 13 runs here. The 2-1 from Wheeler. Fastball lined the other way, foul right to the Crawdad bullpen. But the count evens at 2. Wheeler from Los Altos, California, Bellarmine College prep guy.
I know Austin loves Bellarmine. Looking at us.
Yeah, giving us the side eye over there. Good sarcasm, Mart. The 2-2 home. Fastball misses the outer third. Full count to Feliciano. Wheeler originally went to UC Santa Barbara right out of high school, but redshirted in 2025 because he didn't see any action. His payoff. On the ground to short, rolls, collects. They'll throw to second 4-1. The flip to first, not in time. So Feliciano safe on the fielder's choice. One down now in the top of the sixth.
He almost called another double play there, Charlie.
There was a little chance. A small chance, one could say. Ethan Lopez, the designated hitter for the Seagulls, steps in. Played DH yesterday as well. Wheeler delivers. Fastball lower third for a strike. Feliciano, 10-foot lead at first. Wheeler, quick glance there, then comes home. The 0-1 high and away. 1-1 to Lopez. Career at College of San Mateo, 288 hitter, 15 extra base hits, 39 runs driven in. Now the 1-1, breaking ball hit through the right side of the infield. Easy base hit for Lopez. Now that's 2 hits allowed on the season for Paul Wheeler. Action in the Crawdad bullpen. Jacob Cobrin, the right-hander from Sac State, moving and throwing pitches. Quick battery meeting between Wheeler and Clisby on the hill. Jake Brewer at the dish. Only 1 out in the top of the sixth and an RBI chance for the Seagulls. Feliciano at second with a lot of speed.
Once again, Wheeler just needs to throw strikes. You're up 13 right now. Not a lot of pressure. Even though there are runners, or a runner in scoring position, just keep pumping strikes and good things will happen.
Crawdads have capitalized on a tough pitching outing for the San Francisco Seagulls. Their pitching thus far has been stellar. The first offering to Brewer, outside fastball, 1-0. As Wheeler starting to struggle a little bit. He's allowed 2 singles in this inning. Did get 1 out on the Feliciano fielder's choice. The 1-0 home. Fastball outer third. 1-1 to Jake Brewer. Last year, Brewer in 35 games for the Seagulls, a .267 hitter, 700 OPS. The 1-1. Fastball misses the outer third this time.
A lot of the Crawdad pitchers have been living in that outside third. And it's been working so far.
Thus far, the Seagulls haven't been able to protect that part of the plate. The 2-1. Off speed, same spot. Called a strike.
It's a good change up there, or off speed.
This Wheeler, should he get 2 more outs, would go a 2-inning appearance for the 3rd time in the 2026 calendar year. Here's a chopper to second, rolls, collects, takes it to the bag himself. The throw to first, Bull stayed on the bag. 4-3 double play, and that's 2 now that the Crawdads have turned since Paul Wheeler has been on the hill. What a defensive effort for Walnut Creek. Now we've got a toss-up for sweet play of the game. We'll get to that stuff later. First, the bottom of the 6th, the Crawdads coming up to bat right after this. 8-9-1 due up in the bottom of the 6th for the Crawdads, leading by 13 over the San Francisco Seagulls. Benjamin Juiced still on the mound for the San Francisco team as we get a third base substitution. Brandon Swanson, taking over for Jake Brewer. And he'll hit 9th. Either way, here's Sutter Moss for the Crawdads. And Juiced has limited some of the damage. The first pitch to the lefty. Front door breaking ball, 0-1. Juiced came in the bottom of the 3rd. And since then, has allowed a couple of runs, misses well outside on the fastball there, 1-1. The righty peers in, sets at the belt. The 1-1 to Moss. Fouled away on a big hack. Left Moss off balance.
Seemed like he was sitting fastball there.
That he was. Couldn't really catch up to the off-speed pitch. Action in the Seagull bullpen. So the leash on Juice might be short as Moss clobbers one into deep right. Heflin going back, trailing to the track, and he makes the grab.
Oh man, Monte Vista. That ball died right there.
Yeah, that it did. Well struck off of Sutter Moss's bat.
Number 15, TJ Woodson.
So here's TJ Woodson in the 9 hole. One down, no one on in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kai Hanasaki, the right-hander warming, in the pen for the Seagulls. First pitch from Juiced, high and tight. 1-0. Now Juiced resets. The 1-0 fouled away. 1-1 to Woodson, pardon me.
That one hit a car.
That it did. Pair of cars in the nearby mini parking lot next to the Monte Vista baseball field.
Just missed the window.
Whew. Somebody's lucky for that. The 1-1 home. Hard hit, left side of the infield. Feliciano picks it up from short. Long throw, the stretch. Wow. What an effort from the first baseman. Took away a hit from TJ Woodson, and that is Derek Waldvogel actually over at first.
I'm not sure about that call, Charlie.
Yeah, we've had a couple of questionable ones.
Once again, though, not a high leverage game.
Exactly. Aldridge steps in, first pitch to him, breaking ball, lower 3rd, called strike. 2 down in the bottom of the 6th. No one on for the Crawdads with a big lead. Now the 0-1, hit in the air, right field. Heflin moves a couple steps and puts it away. To the 7th we go. Seagulls still trailing by 13, and we'll be right back after the break. Top of the 7th on the Crawdad streaming network. Top of the order, due up for the Seagulls, Hurtado, Ramirez, and Germoon. New pitcher for Walnut Creek after Wheeler goes 2 innings of no-run ball. Jacob Cobrin will step onto the hill. Rising redshirt freshman at Sacramento State, Stockton, California. Cobrin made his debut against the Sonoma Stompers on Friday. Went an inning and 2/3, 2 hits, 3 walks, and a strikeout, 3 earned runs on his tally. The righty from the first base side of the rubber fouled back as this a pinch hitter for San Francisco, Marcus Graham at the dish in place of Armando Hurtado. The 0-1 to Graham, fastball called a strike. So now an 0-2 hole for the pinch hitting Graham. Graham, a rising graduate from Missouri Baptist. The 0-2 hit on the ground to short. Ramos collects and fires across the diamond in time.
It's a great play by Ramos.
That he is. He's such a sound defender at short. So Graham retired on 3 pitches. Here's Alan Ramirez, the second baseman. No, another pinch hitter for the Seagulls. Pardon us, folks. Bryce Brooks will get a hack here.
Now pinch hitting, number 1, Bryce Brooks.
First offering to Brooks is low on the breaking ball, 1-0.
A lot of changes for the Seagulls here in the 7th.
Well, down by 13. That's not entirely unexpected. Now the 0-1, high fastball check swing. He went around, the appeal to first base says. Bryce Brooks, rising redshirt freshman at De Anza College, appearing in his 3rd game for the Seagulls here. Cobrin winds and delivers. Fastball well above Brooks's head. And Cobrin certainly dialing up the heat. The fastball looks
Yes.
live.
It looked live at Sonoma too.
The 2-1 misses upstairs, another fastball. Another pinch hitter on deck for Sonoma. Jacob Gilbreth will take the spot of Germun. Cobrin sets at the letters, kicks and fires the 3-1, high and tight fastball. Look out, Brooks works the walk.
Now hitting, number 22, Jacob Gilbreth.
Gilbreth played against the Crawdads on Sunday and did not record a hit. Was 0 for 3, 2 groundouts and a flyout. Now working with 1 aboard, 1 down in the top of the 7th. Cobrin's first offering. Breaking ball outer third for a strike. That was a beautiful pitch.
That was very nice, especially complements his hard fastball. Gilbreth, San Jose native.
That he is. The 0-1 misses outside, 1-1.
Love the San Jose guys, but I
Yeah.
think I'm biased.
I think you would be biased, a San Jose native yourself. 0-2 to Gilbreth as he checked his swing. The 0-2 from Cobrin. Swing and a miss. How about that? The big righty for the Crawdads. A 3-pitch strikeout.
Yeah, Gilbreth did not look comfortable at all in the box there. That's Cobrin. Made him look a little silly.
That he did. Jacob Cobrin, first inning of work, or first 2/3 of an inning, I should say, looking solid so far. Brooks, the lone base runner after the walk. Here's Derek Waldvogel at the dish. Took over at first from Christian Lamoth. First offering, fastball inside. 1-0. That's a pitch you got to turn away from, otherwise might do some real damage.
I'll leave a nice bruise there for many days.
So the right-hander Waldvogel steps back in. Started on Sunday against the Crawdads. 1-0 outside, 2-0. And Waldvogel on Sunday was 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Coburn, quick glance to first. His 2-0. Fastball fouled back. Really, if it's located in the zone, the Seagulls hitters can't catch up to it.
Yeah, I mean, he's throwing the ball very, very hard.
And that's what the Crawdads have been really looking for after that outing in Sonoma. 26 fastballs in Sonoma for Coburn, average of 90.3, topped out at 92.6 as he misses high, 3-1. So Coburn and Weston Thornberry, the two hardest throwers we've seen out of the Crawdad bullpen early in 2026. The 3-1, breaking ball outer third, called strike 2. Walt Vogel can't believe it. He wanted the free bag. Instead, full count.
Coburn's off speed really complements his fastball. Goes from a hard fastball to a nice loopy curve.
The payoff pitch fouled back. Off-speed pitch selection there from Coburn. Did get the wave, but not the miss. Couple of pitchers warming up for Walnut Creek. Two right-handers specifically. The payoff pitch, fastball blown right past Walt Vogel. He swings and misses. And how about Jacob Coburn? After the one-out walk, 2 straight swinging strikeouts to get out of the inning, we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Crawdads leading by 13. Bottom of the 7th, and 2-3-4 due up for Walnut Creek. Peyton rolls Ryan Ellis and Elijah Ramos. Benjamin Juice still on the mound for San Francisco. But 2 pitchers warming up for the Seagulls as Rolls clobbers one into deep left field, hooking foul just out in front.
That ball flew. I mean, it didn't look like he got all of that.
Wind is blowing out to left field. Big lead for Walnut Creek. The 1-0 to Rolls, fouled away. And lands on the car, breaks a window. Yikes. That's not fun.
Oh, no.
Broken window. Now the 0-2 comes home and Rolls fouls it away down the left field side.
Clean through the window.
Wow. And that's why you don't park too close to the field. The 0-2 home to Rolls. Breaking ball ripped foul left field line. Still 0-2 to the Crawdads second baseman. He's been aboard 3 times today. 2 in the first, a double, and then an E4, which drove in a run. Then he walked in the third.
2 in the first. That first inning was wild.
An 8-run first inning for Walnut Creek as Roll stays alive, fouls back the 0-2. Rolls rips a single into right field. It goes to second as well. A leadoff double in the top of the 7th. So RBI chance for Ryan Ellis. Monster 8-run first inning for Walnut Creek. And they followed it up with a 3-run second, courtesy of Bryden Bull on a 2-run homer. First offering from Juice to Ellis, well outside. 1-0. Ellis has walked 3 times today, once in the first, third, and the 5th. Also flew out to end the first inning on an infield fly. The 1-0. Ellis takes a breaking ball upstairs.
We talked about typical Ryan Ellis at bat. 2-0 once again.
He just works ahead in counts really easily. Pitchers don't know what to do with him. They know he's got pop and average. The 2-0 breaking ball inside, 3-0.
The all-time Crawdads walk leader.
That he is. Rolls. Big lead at second base. The 3-0 home. Ellis, ground ball to first, fielded Waldvogel. He'll take it to the bag himself. Rolls does move over to third.
The green light was on for Ellis there. 3-0. He had a chance at some history for the Crawdads.
That he did. Had he walked, he would have been the second Crawdad ever to walk 4 times in the same game. So now,
as KP.
oh, Kevin Parker Jr. pinch hitting for Elijah Ramos here.
Saw him warming up in the bullpen earlier. Just a throw around.
Might as well. First pitch to Parker Jr. Breaking ball. Misses high. One and 0 to Parker Jr., the rising redshirt senior. The 1-0 offering on the inner third, called a strike. 1-1 to Parker Jr., Brentwood, California native. Juice kicks and deals, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Parker Jr. out in front. Rolls at third, 1 down, bottom of the 7th. The Crawdads leading by 13 over the San Francisco Seagulls.
He's still looking to get his first hit here.
The 1-2 flared into shallow center field, down for a base hit. There it is. Rolls comes in to score. An RBI single for Kevin Parker Jr. His first in conference play for the Crawdads makes it 15-1.
That's great. 2-strike hitting right there, you know. 0-2, you're just trying to fight off things, and you are able to just kind of throw your hands at it. Find a way on. I know that feels good for KPJ right there.
Another pinch hitter for Walnut Creek. Barrett Ronson going to take the place of Dylan Pettis. Ronson had the day off today. First pitch to him, in there for a strike. And Ronson, hard-hitting first baseman here for Walnut Creek. His first season with the Crawdads. Through 5 games, hitting .300 as he takes the 1-0 inside.
As you said, hard hitting. Whether it's an out or a hit, it feels like that ball is hit like 100+ miles an hour every time.
His first hit as a Crawdad, 97 off the bat. The 1-1 breaking ball well outside. Parker Jr. had a big lead over at first, but trails back. Ronson. 5 hits already in 5 games for the Crawdads, but also 5 Ks. The 2-1, breaking ball outside again, 3-1. So Ronson, a little bit of that classic power hitting guy. Hits it hard, strikes out a lot. The 3-run from Juiced. Called a strike. A fastball clips the lower outside corner. Now it's a full count to Ronson. Still 2 right-handers waiting to go into the game for the Seagulls. But Benjamin Juiced doing his job here. The payoff. Ronson hit in the infield, popped right back to the pitcher Juiced, who makes the grab.
Yeah, Juiced has been solid for the Seagulls. He's able to eat up innings.
Yeah, he's eaten 4 2/3 innings, and now here comes Bryden Bull back to the plate, who is a triple shy of the 3rd cycle in Walnut Creek history. Bryden Bull already 6 runs driven in today, a 2-run single in the first, a 2-run homer in the second, and a 2 RBI double in the 5th. Working with Parker Jr. over at first. The first offering off speed, outer third, called strike 1.
Arguably, probably one of his greatest games, you would think.
Absolutely. Certainly his best game thus far in 2026. The 0-1, fastball up and away. 1-1 to Bryden Bull. Las Vegas, Nevada native. The 1-1. Off speed on the outer third, 1-2. And surprised we haven't gotten a swing yet from Bull. He likes those outer third off speed pitches.
Yes, he does. However, he might be thinking triple, and you kind of got to pull one.
The 1-2. Bull takes a hack and fouls it away. Just missed it.
That was the one.
Yeah.
Hanging, off speed. You know he's going to want that one back.
Yeah, Juice missed with the changeup. Bull couldn't quite punish it. It's down to 1-2 again. Right-hander resets at the rubber, kicks and delivers. Well outside, 2-2.
Bull looks very confident in the box. And I know he's confident in the dugout.
That
He
he is.
absolutely has.
He's immediately taken a liking to Crawdad veteran Ryan Ellis. They pal around a lot off the field. The 2-2. Bull slaps one foul the other way and over the Seagull dugout. And with Ronson pinch hitting, you got to imagine Bull will move to the outfield to replace Dylan Perez. Question is, which outfield spot will he take? He has played center field in high school before and one game as a Crawdad, as the 2-2 bounced foul behind the dish, actually. Still 2-2, Bryden Bull working a fantastic long at-bat. The Crawdads up 15-1 over the San Francisco Seagulls. 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. The 2-2 from Juiced. Ripped foul first base side.
Just missed it. Once again, that inside pitch. If he's thinking triple, which you got to believe he
Probably is.
Up 14. And he knows it.
That he does. We are on cycle watch here, folks. The 2-2 again. High chopper up the middle, gets through. That's a base hit for Bull. Parker Jr. turning from second to third. The throw from the outfield, not in time. So how about a 4-for-5 day for Bryden Bull? Still a triple shy of the cycle. But now runners on the corners. 2 down for Brandon Clisby. And another RBI chance for him.
I mean, have a day, Bryden Bull. I think we know.
This is his breakout game.
I think we know who the player of the game is today.
Yeah, it's pretty
Austin
set.
Oda, our GM.
Yeah, clearly.
As
How about intern of the day, Austin Oda?
I don't think he liked being called an intern.
Whatever. Employee of the day. Is that better, Austin?
He's kind of looking at us.
Whatever. He can look. First offering to Clisby. Hit hard on the ground to short. Feliciano bounces off of him. Pardon me. That is Brewer over at short. And nonetheless, E6 allows Parker Jr. to score. 16-1 Walnut Creek. And now, this is something you questioned earlier. Well, first off, we're going to get a mound visit and a pitching change. We'll step aside here on the Crawdads streaming network, and we'll be right back after the new arm for San Francisco gets warm. Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th. Rolls on, 2 down. Runners on the corners, pitching change for San Francisco. They called a Kai Hanasaki, the right-hander from Tokyo, Japan, one of just 2 Japanese players in the CCL this season. He'll face Riley Moss. RBI chance for Moss, already drove one in the 2nd. First offering, breaking ball low. Moss had a ground out to 2nd that plated a run all the way back. He's still looking for his first hit as a Crawdad, now in his 5th game. The 1-0 from Hanasaki, fastball inside, 2-0.
Crawdads are looking to match their season high in runs at 17.
Yeah, 17 in opening day against Berkovich Honors, a non-league game. Already have their most in a league contest. The 2-0 to Moss. High and outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Clisby's at first, Bull is at third. Moss, the rising redshirt sophomore, takes a get-me-over fastball, strike 1.
Red light was on there, you could tell. Not going to see probably a better pitch than that.
Likely not. But Hanasaki, command hasn't quite been there. Here's his 3-1. Ripped into shallow center field. There's the first hit for Sutter Moss. Bryden Bull comes home to score. 17-1, the Crawdads lead and match their best total. The ball gets away from the outfielder, and both runners will advance. So Clisby to third, Moss to second on the single plus the error.
6 errors now for San Francisco. It's very difficult to win a baseball game with 6 errors.
That
and also
it
a
is.
lot of free bases.
First offering to TJ Woodson. High and tight fastball called on the inner third for a strike. So 0-1 as the Crawdad third baseman has a 2 RBI chance here. The 0-1 fouled away, well out of play toward the Crawdad dugout. 0-2 now. Still
Man,
2 on.
how cool is it for Woodson, you think? Hometown Waco, Texas, goes to Baylor, hometown kid.
It's pretty cool. Actually, I'll give you some even more information. He moved to Waco from Mechanicsville, Virginia for his senior year of high school as the 0-2 fouled away in on the hands.
Beg my pardon.
No, I mean, you didn't know. It's just on my notes, but absolutely, Woodson knew where he wanted to go for college and just moved right there, get ahead of it. Became the 23rd ranked shortstop in the state of Texas in his high school class as he fouls off another pitch.
Virginia, grew up in Virginia, moved to Texas, and now is in California.
That he is.
It's the son of former Major League Baseball player Tracy Woodson. Won a World Series.
Takes outside on the 0-2 slider, 1-1. That he is.
Won a World Series in 1988 with the Dodgers. Third round pick out of NC State.
So MLB blood running through TJ Woodson's veins.
He is here, by the way.
That he is. Tracy Woodson has made the trek to Walnut Creek. The 1-2 roped foul left field side. So TJ Woodson 0 for 3 today. Walked in a run in the first, but since then 3 ground outs. Looking for his first hit of the day.
Another interesting fact, his brother, Michael, is the head coach of Baylor's tennis team.
That is also correct as Woodson waves and misses. Upstairs breaking ball from Hanasaki for the put away. The Crawdads add 3 more runs to make it a 17-1 game. Bottom of the 7th, now heading into the top of the 8th. We'll take a break. The Seagulls up to bat after this. Top of the 8th here from Monte Vista High School in Danville. The Crawdads lead 17-1 against the San Francisco Seagulls, who are up to bat. Sebastian Ultreras pinch hitting for Cade Heflin. New pitcher for Walnut Creek, Alessandro Martinez. The righty turns and fires. Fastball outer third for a strike. Martinez making his second appearance of the season. Started against the California Red Tails, went 3 innings, 4 walks, 2 Ks, and 3 hits. As the 1-0 high chopper to third, Woodson collects a throw across the diamond in time for the 5-3 putout.
Nice play there by TJ Woodson.
He's just so sound defensively over at third.
He looks great over there.
That he does. 1 pitch, 1 out in the top of the 8th. Blake Cohen's the catcher at the dish now for San Francisco. Martinez, rising sophomore at Concordia University, Irvine.
Walnut Creek native.
That he is. The only Walnut Creek native on the team this year. Turns and fires. A fastball that misses well outside. 1-0 to Cohen's. 2 strikeouts and a single for Blake Cohen's today behind the dish. The 1-0 from Martinez. Fastball inside, popped up. Right to shortstop. Parker Jr. puts it away. Now 3 pitches, 2 outs.
I was about to say 2 quick outs.
That's exactly what Crawdads need, trying to get out of this game before the 3-hour mark. There's a chance. 6:35 right now, and 2 down in the top of the 8th. To the plate, pinch hitter for Feliciano is Swanson. So Brewer still in the 9-hole, but Brandon Swanson, number 39, pinch hitting here. He's been in the game for a while at third base. The 0-1 to him. Fastball at the knees, strike 2.
Just pumping strikes.
That he is.
Crawdads have done a very good job of throwing strikes today.
Now the 0-2 for Martinez. Bounces in the dirt. Somewhat of an announcer's jinx, one might say.
Yeah, rookie mistake there.
It happens. It's happened to me already a lot last week.
You know, I called Bryden Bull's left field shot.
That you did.
So.
Give yourself props. Martinez rocks and delivers the 1-2. Check swing on the breaking ball. Did he go around? Home plate umpire says yes. So how about Alessandro Martinez going 1-2-3 against the bottom part of the Seagulls order. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Crawdads up to bat again after this. Bottom of the 8th. Top of the Crawdad order due up. Aldridge, Rolls, and Ellis. Kai Hanasaki came in and got the final out in the bottom of the 7th. Now he'll try to go through a full inning of work Aldridge at the dish. Waldvogel, Brooks, Brewer, Swanson from first to third. Then Graham, Gilbreth, and Ultreras. The full outfield every spot but the catcher has changed here for the San Francisco Seagulls as Aldridge takes outside low.
Aldridge he's looking for his first hit today.
That he is. He's 0 for 5. The 1-0 called a strike at the dish somehow. 1-1 now to the 6-foot rising junior. Hanasaki's curveball misses nowhere close.
It's a beautiful day for baseball.
That it is, Alex. The 2-1 home. Aldridge fouls it away, 2-2. I mean, we had a great time in temperature. It was 78 degrees, perfectly sunny. Now that we're in the shade, it feels lovely.
It's even better, yeah.
Hanasaki peers in, resets third base side of the rubber, the 2-2. Ball 3 on the inner third, and Aldridge, he thought it was strike 3.
You know, I can't lie. I probably would have said the same, but Aldridge has another life.
That he does. One more strike to play with on the full count. Hanasaki turns and delivers, and Aldridge fouls it away to stay alive again. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Crawdad right fielder. He's manned that spot in every single game for Walnut Creek. Today his 6th start of the year. The 3-2. Soft ground ball to first. Waldvogel collects, fires to the covering Hanasaki, and they just get him in time. Aldridge certainly ran it out.
Kind of a tough play over there at first base. It doesn't seem like it, but you're in the 4-hole. You can't throw it too hard to the pitcher, he's going to miss it, and you also have to lead him. So, nice play over there at first base.
Absolutely it was. Here's Peyton Rolls, 2 doubles and a walk on the day. No one on, 1 down in the bottom of the 8th. That one high and tight. Plunks Rolls in the shoulder. 5th hit Crawdad batter today. Man, these Seagulls pitchers having a rough go of it.
Very wild today. Speaking of wild, Ryan Ellis is up now.
That it is. 1 out base runner for Ryan Ellis, who's trying to be the second Crawdad ever to have a 4-walk game. Umpires having a quick chat with Hanasaki. After the 5th plunked batter, got to be perhaps a little bit of a warning.
No, it looks like the umpire, the home plate umpire, is hurt.
That he is.
His left arm. Trainer comes out.
Amanda Morton, the Crawdads athletic trainer, tried to be of service, but shaken off. Home plate umpire ready to go.
Toughen it out.
Absolutely.
Just one more inning.
Yeah, what a guy. First pitch to Ellis out of the stretch. Hanasaki misses with the breaking ball outside. Long day at the ballpark here, Alex. 17-1 lead for Walnut Creek. The 1-0, Hanasaki. This one driven into center field towards left center. Gilbreth tracks it over to his right and puts it away.
It looks like Ellis will come short of that. 4 walks in a game.
That he will.
Only happened once.
Thank you to all of our viewers who are still watching here after quite the long contest at Monte Vista High School. We appreciate all of you sticking with us here on the Crawdad Streaming Network. Now 2 down, 1 aboard for Kevin Parker Jr. Could argue it's been a little boring for you folks since that 8-run first inning. First pitch, Parker Jr., looping curveball for a strike. Ronson and Bull, the next 2 batters after Parker Jr.
And you know Bull is itching to get back up there.
That he is. This could be his last chance as Parker Jr. takes the ball outside, 1-1. Parker Jr. has been an on-base machine in his first 5 games, 7 walks as a Crawdad as he takes a breaking ball inside. Had that RBI single in the 7th. The 2-1, Hanasaki misses well outside. 3-1 at the dish to Parker Jr. The 3-1, fastball clips that low outside corner, full count. 1 on, 2 down in the bottom of the 8th. Hanasaki's payoff to Parker Jr., ball 4 low and away.
It's a great take by KPJ right there.
His 8th walk of the season.
Now batting the first baseman.
So now 2 on for Barrett Ronson. He pinch hit in the first inning and popped up weakly back to the pitcher who at the time was Benjamin Juiced. Hanasaki out of the stretch. First offering to Ronson. Breaking ball, upper part of the zone, strike 1.
Ronson likes to hit the ball hard. Try to do that here.
Seems like he likes fastballs a little more too. As the 0-1 is inside, 1-1.
Was a fastball.
Just not in the zone,
Yeah.
so no need to swing. The 1-1 from the Japanese right-hander. Hit on a line to right. Ultreras tracks it and reaches out with the left hand, puts it to the glove. That'll do it for the 8th. The Crawdads lead by 16 heading into the top of the 9th. Just need 3 more outs to close this one out. We'll be right back after this. Top of the 9th, the Seagulls trailing by 16, 8-9-1 due up. Ethan Lopez, Jake Brewer, and Marcus Graham. Alessandro Martinez still on the hill for Walnut Creek, trying to put this one away. Arm warming for the San Francisco team in the bullpen as this one's fouled away. Right side, Ronson gives it a chase from first, but it lands on top of the Crawdad dugout.
Very interesting, the Seagulls having a guy warming up down there.
That it is.
Down 16 here in the top of the 9th.
After this, we'll have the post-game show, the Crawdad post-game show brought to you by Up the Creek Records, Walnut Creek's premier destination for vinyls and live music, and an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. The 0-1 fouled away. Quickly 0-2 to Ethan Lopez. And as part of our post-game show, we'll have Sweet Play of the Game, which will be brought to you by Batter and Icing, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Batter and Icing is a locally owned custom bakery with 2 retail outlets in Danville and Pleasant Hill. As Lopez checks his swing, gets the sword. Martinez, his 2nd strikeout of the day.
That was gross.
That it was. Since 2018, Batter and Icing has been creating everything from birthday and wedding cakes to corporate event desserts, all made with fresh quality ingredients and plenty of creativity. Learn more or place an order using the Crawdads fundraiser tab in the order online section of www.battertheletternicing.com. Orders can be picked up at any Crawdads home game. So here's Brewer from the right side. Martinez winds and fires and hits him. High fastball just runs away from the right-hander. It's now a two-out base runner for the Seagulls, trailing by 16. And quickly before our next batter, today's player of the game will be brought to you by Worth Group Restaurants, a local collection of East Bay restaurants owned and operated by Rodney Worth, including the Peasant and the Pear in Danville, the Bourbon Pear in Livermore, and the Golden Pear in Walnut Creek. Worth Group Restaurants, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Here's Marcus Graham hitting from the left side of the dish. Took over for Hurtado earlier in this game. Martinez, outer third fastball for a strike.
Martinez in there, just trying to throw strikes. Want this game to get over with.
That they do,
Almost,
6:50 local
I
time.
was about to say, almost 3 hours in.
The 0-1, wave and a miss. Martinez left the changeup outside, and now the Seagulls down to their final strike. Martinez shakes off one call from Clisby, dangling the arm, pulls it back and sets at the letters. The 0-2. Two-seamer runs outside. 1-2 on Marcus Graham. Graham back into the left-handed batter's box. Brewer a hefty lead at first. The 1-2 from the Crawdad righty. Swing and a miss. How about that changeup? 3 strikeouts on the day for Alessandro Martinez.
Now batting number 1.
Pardon me, that was just the second out of this inning because Brewer reached base. So Bryce Brooks, the man with the last chance for the Seagulls to get a rally started. Martinez, quick delivery. Off speed, misses high. 1-0 to Bryce Brooks, pinch hit in the 7th inning, worked a walk in place of Alan Ramirez. The 1-0 to him. Fouled back 1-1.
These games are nice. Low stress all game. You go up 8-0 early. You know you're going to win that one.
Absolutely. Make it easy for yourself.
Low stress for the hitters and pitchers.
The 1-1 from Martinez. Breaking ball misses the front door, 2-1. And it's been a dominant outing for Walnut Creek. 8 runs for 11 batters in that first inning. 4 hits, 3 errors by the San Francisco defense. As the 2-1 wave and a miss, outside heater. Now Seagulls down to their final strike. Then in the second inning, the Crawdads got 3 runs on 2 hits, including the Bryden Bull 2-run homer. They had 1 run in the 3rd, 2 in the 5th, and 3 more in the 7th. As the 2-2 check swing, ring him up, strike 3 called on the swing. That'll do it here in the top of the 9th. The Crawdads, a big 17-1 win over the San Francisco Seagulls, a team they are now 2-0 against. And Alex, just pure domination.
It was just from the get-go, 8-0 in the first. I know the spirits were high in the Walnut Creek Crawdads dugout, and I know the spirits were very low in San Francisco's. Just a great game.
Absolutely. Great game for Crawdads fans, that's for sure. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll be right back for the Crawdad postgame show after this on the Walnut Creek Streaming Network. Welcome into the Crawdads post-game show. Today's post-game show brought to you by the Up the Creek Records, Walnut Creek's premier destination for vinyls and live music, and an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Let's check out what's been happening up the creek. How about a 17-1 win for the Crawdads over the San Francisco Seagulls? And now, here with our Player of the Game interview. Today's Player of the Game brought to you by Worth Group Records, a local collective of East Bay restaurants owned and operated by Rodney Worth, including the Peasant and the Pear in Danville, the Bourbon Pear in Livermore, and the Golden Pear in Walnut Creek. Worth Group Restaurants, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. And now, Alex Martinez and I here with the Crawdads Player of the Game, Bryden Bull. Bryden, what a game today for you. A triple shy of the cycle, 6 runs driven in. Just how does that feel, dude?
It feels good. I mean, I just stuck to my approach.
You were talking to Alex and I earlier in batting practice, how you love those outside breaking balls, and you lifted one over the fence. Did you know it was gone off the bat?
Somewhat. I mean, I missed it a little bit, but part of me thinks the ball flies a little too well here.
At least to left field, that's for sure today. I mean, how does it feel to have kind of a breakout game as a Crawdad? This is your
It feels
really
good.
big one.
I mean, it feels really good. Obviously, coming off my injury, it felt nice to finally feel like I'm back.
What are some of the things you've been working on besides obviously getting healthy again to take into next fall at Ole Miss?
Right now, I'm just trying to stick with the approach, letting it get as deep as possible, and I think the biggest thing is just trusting myself.
Yeah, 8 runs in the first inning. How was the dugout feeling after that?
Oh, it was hype. We were just having some fun in there, you know, as we always do. I think that's what contributed to all the runs, in all honesty. I mean, baseball's a very serious game, but when you have a bunch of dudes to have a lot of fun.
You've been hanging out a lot with Ryan Ellis. What kind of a role model has he been early in this season for you?
I mean, I think, honestly, like I like to think I'm a pretty positive guy, but being around Ryan Ellis and all these dudes that are also really positive, it honestly just feels like it makes me a better person.
What are some of the most interesting excursions you've had out here in California?
A lot of bad drivers.
Classic. That's a classic, Brad, and get used to that out here. Anything you want to tell the Crawdads faithful back home?
No.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, Brian. We appreciate it. We'll see you around next time. So thank you, everybody. That was the Player of the Game interview with Bryden Bull. We'll be back in a few short minutes for the rest of the Crawdads post-game show after this. Welcome back to the Crawdads post-game show. Coming up in just a moment, today's Sweet Play of the Game is brought to you by Batter and Icing, an official partner of the Walnut Creek Crawdads. Batter and Icing is a locally owned custom bakery with 2 retail outlets in Danville and Pleasant Hill. Since 2018, they've been creating everything from birthday and wedding cakes to corporate event desserts, all made fresh with quality ingredients and plenty of creativity. Learn more or place an order using the Crawdads fundraiser part of the Order Online tab at www.battertheletternicing.com. Orders can be picked up at any Crawdads home game. And Alex, I think you've got a raving endorsement of Batter and Icing.
Yeah, absolutely. Sunday's game. We all actually got to try some of their cupcakes, and my goodness.
They were
it was
good.
a great cupcake.
That they were.
And I know the players like them too.
But that being said, let's get into our Sweet Play of the Game, which is a double play back in the 5th inning right here. Been rather effective so far. Now the 0-2 from Wheeler. Hit right back to the pitcher, on to second for 1. Now to first, double play. 1-6-3. The Crawdads get out of the inning on the pitcher's best friend. And how about Paul Wheeler? Pitcher's a 1-6-3 double play. Wheeler to Ramos to Bull over at first. You don't see those every day, but Amar, that was kind of the story of the game for Walnut Creek. Just really good defense. The pitching was really good. Hits were hard to come by for San Francisco.
Yeah, and you also said something you don't see a lot, 1-6-3. There were a lot of things you didn't see a lot.
Very true.
8 runs in an inning. Whatever happened in the first inning at third base where it was 2 balls in play at once. 6 errors too for San Francisco. You don't see that a lot, but the Crawdads, they definitely capitalized, and they looked phenomenal today.
Absolutely, they did. The biggest win of the year for Walnut Creek, 17-1 over the San Francisco Seagulls. They've now matched their season high in runs, which they scored 17 on opening day against Berkovich Honors. But this one, they dominated the whole time. Berkovich, they let back into the game. Berkovich at one point led 16-14 in the 8th inning, and then Walnut Creek go-ahead run. Peyton rolls with a go-ahead 2 RBI double. Nonetheless, this one, their biggest lead and biggest margin of victory in conference play, which is important because this CCL North is going to be especially competitive. We saw it when we went to Sonoma. The Stompers played the Crawdads hard. They ended up with a well-deserved 6-4 victory, and then since then, Crawdads have been really shaping into gear. A walk-off win against Alameda on Saturday, 4-3, then an emphatic 9-4 victory over the Seagulls on Sunday, and then they come out swinging on Tuesday, 17-1. Amart, what do you think this momentum is going to help them achieve in the next week or two?
I mean, you know that this weekend they have a really good series, a big series against San Luis Obispo,
Yep.
who has also been very good this year. You have Menlo Park on Thursday. As of earlier today, it's winless.
Right.
So you got to keep the momentum up, keep it high. I'm not saying go out there and win 17-1, but go out there, get a good win where you're not nervous or anything like that.
Right.
Friday you play the Merchants, who they walked off.
Yep.
On, I believe, Saturday.
Saturday, correct.
So you got to go out, go get another win, and then this weekend, big series against
Absolutely.
Slow.
Off day tomorrow, then Menlo Park right here at Monte Vista. But that, even though they're a winless team, at least of earlier today, a very talented roster. They had a 3-game set that they lost all 3 to San Luis Obispo, who's the best team in the North right now. They lead the division in terms of standings. Then you get Alameda, who beat Sonoma on Sunday to close out week 1, and a team that you had to walk off in order to win at home. So another tough contest. And then San Luis Obispo, that's the Titan in the North Division right now. And these Crawdads, they can keep looking like this. They got that. That's going to be a competitive series, and it should be a win. But big things this week, Amart. An off day tomorrow. What do you think the most important thing for the Crawdads to do in the off day is at the
Rest.
moment? Yes.
Rest. Especially that bullpen. You're lucky. You know, you had an off day Monday, you had an off day Wednesday. So your arms, everyone's going to be fresh. That's going to be the biggest key, but you also can't lose this momentum.
No.
You score 17 runs, day off. Now it's like, okay, well, we're a little cold now, but hopefully that doesn't happen.
So we shall see. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be back on Thursday, 4 p.m. at Monte Vista here on the Crawdads Streaming Network. Thank you for tuning in to the Crawdads postgame show brought to you by Up the Creek Records. For Alex Martinez, I'm Charlie Limoncelli. We'll see you all on Thursday.